What you mean? That don't even make sense.
What makes
Show love another kind of way. What kind of way can the other way can you
without all that sweet nothing ass shit, man.
I showed you love. I sent you a money gun and all that. You weren't talking to me like that.
You sent me a money gun.
And you talking to me like that.
Send me another one.
I ain't sending another goddamn thing and you talking to me like that.
Fuck you, man.
Yeah, I was trying to do the same with you, but you talking to me all kind of crazy. I was trying to tear that motherfucker down.
Never fuck me. I want to get ugly so you... I want to get ugly so you... I'm
gonna take your ass up and through that. You gonna be saying, Poochie.
I don't want to get you down. I don't want this.
Yeah, I'm gonna change your name. See, look, now you don't turn your into a ginger.
Hell yeah, back ginger, bitch. I can't do it. That
don't run, nigga.
No.
Don't run from that. Listen. No. Don't run.
Hey, you don't get your ass. Hey, listen, let me tell you something. Okay? Better go love somebody else. Go love somebody else, bitch. I don't know what be wrong with these boys. I don't want the problems that come with these dicks. You know, there's a lot of problems that come with them, y'all. They don't just come cool, clean, and collected. Them motherfuckers come nasty, dusty, need a handout. I ain't got time for that shit. Want to drive your car? Leave me alone, please. Thank you. Go find somebody else to fuck with. Leave me the fuck alone. Thank you. And if y'all don't understand me, that's y'all business. I don't want the headache, the problems. I don't even want this shit on me.
Greetings.
He thought he had him one with you.
We're just doing a little listening party. We're doing a little listening party. Before I go live, I'm just, covering these stories with DV and things like that. It's kind of got me like, oh my goodness. But I'm just trying to do something like late night. So this is kind of like after hours listening party.
Aggravated, okay?
Literally.
Nah, your daddy wants some chocolate.
Hey, y'all. Hey, Skylar.
Hey, you sound so sweet. How are you?
I'm good. And you?
That's good. I love your energy.
Hey, Shakana. Thank you.
Hey, oh my God.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Hello.
Y'all tell the girls, hey.
Hey, hi, honey. How are you?
Y'all still acting so bad.
I was just letting you talk.
Yeah, but she spoke. Tommy?
I'm sorry.
And I even said, these some beautiful ass people here. They ignored me.
Nah, you didn't.
I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry.
I said it's some beautiful ass coming tonight.
I just be letting everybody else talk. I'm sorry,
I hear you,
y'all.
Tommy.
I'm not trying to be rude.
But I was talking to all the females, not no niggas. You handsome.
Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Hey.
Listen, so this is like me, like taking y'all on a ride. Like I go different places. I'm just not on YouTube. I be on TikTok. I be on Bigo. I be on different apps. So these are like the little conversations that are kind of like tuning in on. This is Shakana. And I like to just kind of zoom in and see what they got going on, you know?
Oh, fuck, well, he is a low budget bitch.
I love it here. Oh, my God.
That bastard is not standing on business. That bastard standing on business. Not wasting our time like that. I don't got time, baby. No, ma'am.
You know what? And to be honest, Shakana is pissed at me. Like, she's mad at me. I don't know why she's mad. Why is she mad at me? I don't know why she's mad at me, but she's been mad at me for some years.
It's good, y'all. It's good. I should have been in here. Thank you for asking.
It's been
good.
They at work.
I'm at work, Shakana. I'm at work.
You need to be at work working. You need to be up here talking like,
Third shift.
girl, go to work. I call you back. Sitting up here talking about shit, motherfucking work. You need your job, because bitch, you get fired. I ain't got nothing on it.
Exactly. She can't blame you.
Yo, I did that shit like that. They calling to see that girl over there on goddamn live. Bitch, and I ain't got nothing for her to do. Okay, so who got that breeze going?
You can hear that?
Oh my God, baby, you got.
No, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Yeah, God, we'll wait a minute, because somebody got to fix themselves.
I think somebody in front of a fan.
Somebody is breaking dishes.
Did it stop when I went on mute? Did it stop when I went on mute?
Girl, you talking about you coming straight to the funeral? I don't trust nobody at my funeral. You ain't coming down there.
I keep thinking it was me, girl. Damn, y'all let me breathe.
I mean, that's not you breathing, because we're going to the hospital this day.
No, they keep saying my name to that time. Like, everything something you say, they say it's me.
Poor Tommy.
Right, I ain't even did nothing yet.
You just there.
Tisha, you okay?
Yes, I'm okay.
I'm okay. Hi, everybody.
Oh, you talking to her? I'm sorry. I thought you said Lucci. I'm sorry.
I said, Chichi, you say you okay?
Yes, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine. What brings you my way?
I love you. I love watching you. I love your personality.
Have you got any of my products?
No, I just saw that you have
But
products.
you don't love me.
I do. I love you on TV. I didn't know you have products. You
You
don't.
don't love me. Y'all hoes are
How
weird.
come you don't promote it on TV?
I do promote it.
On TV?
It's been promoted on TV.
Oh, sorry. Let me look now.
Look at this shit.
Love you.
You don't love me.
Have any of y'all went over there and purchased any mugs? I need y'all to go and shop and purchase some mugs, child. Y'all don't love me. Go purchase some of my mugs.
Go on right now. Go on right now. I love you. Bye.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Y'all grab that rice and honey. It's very much tea.
Can't believe these motherfuckers. Girl, I'm tired of this shit, girl. What the fuck I been living for? Just to be known for a do bitch. I ain't known for nothing else. I mean, girl, I can't even breathe, girl. I can't believe this shit. Tommy, you snoring?
I'm smoking a hookah.
I'm over here going through all these whole playing in my face about my motherfucking product.
Girl, finna whoop their ass.
I ain't finna touch these bitches.
Drop them hoes, girl. If they ain't got your products, drop them hoes.
You ain't got it either.
We know you.
So go ahead and drop us if you want to be so
You
advocate.
telling me to drop somebody you ain't got it.
Exactly.
The rice, water, and everything. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how you telling me to drop some motherfucking body you ain't got the product.
How you gonna tell me I ain't got it though? But anyway, girl, I love you. Shit, kind of bitch.
Fuck all that. Let me see it.
I'm not at home right now.
You a lying ass bitch. You done told me to drop all these people.
Girl, we love you, girl.
Girl, go on and drop yourself, girl.
All right, girl. Gracefully, girl. Don't worry about it.
It's okay, girl. God gonna continue to play for me.
Yes, Allah.
All right, now we're about to browse somewhere
Y'all
else.
girl evil though.
Seems like she's harassing her fans because they hadn't bought her hair products. So we're gonna scroll on. Who's next?
Our kids can actually grow and thrive in these communities and different things like that. I just feel like separation is definitely needed, and it has always been beneficial for us. But you have to be willing to lose something in regards to this. You know what I'm saying? We're going to lose something. We're whether it's ourselves, whether it's our family members, whether it's our friends. But we have to realize that this is we fighting for us or we fighting for them. And when I'm saying them, is our kids, kids, they kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can start the change, but the change is not really going to be as effective in our generation. It's going to be more effective in the generation after us. And I feel like the generation after the Black Panther movement really dropped the ball for real. If we being honest, they really dropped the ball for real because they were supposed to continue the fight, but they got so complacent. The smug, academic, came and different things like that, taking the Black man out of the household and different things. different adversities that we had to go through, they really dropped the ball. And I feel like if it would have been a continuous fight, we wouldn't even really be in this situation right now. But because we're in this situation, we need to do something. We need to educate ourselves. And all this behavior that we have with the unaliving each other and different things like that, and crab in the barrel type of mindsets that we have, we learned that from them. This was not a behavior that we had before they got here. We have to unlearn and relearn things that is beneficial for us as a Black community, because that is not beneficial for us. It never has been, and it would never, and it never will be. So I think separation is needed.
Thank you. Thank you for that, Lisa. I think we can have a whole conversation about that for hours and hours, and I think we should. I know we have new people, and just to get back to the case, because I agree with a lot of what you said. However, I'm still on an agreement that our population is low. Our women don't want to have babies by BLK men because they don't feel supported. There's a lot of inner conversations that we have to have before we talk about segregation. In that, I think we can, and I already said that, so I don't have to repeat it. I think we can still build our community. I wanted to tell you that part, and be segregated. I don't think we have to all be. Segregated.
Not segregated.
I'm not segregated. That's what I meant. Integrated. I think we can be. I know, because I jumped on. You're like, wait a minute. I think we can be. I think we can be integrated with and live as we live right now and build our community, just like foreigners. Think about like Jamaicans when they get all their money here and keep sending it home, building up Jamaica, right? I think one of the things that African, and I'm going to land my plane, Black American can do is somehow build a system with Africa. Until Africa is, in my opinion.
With who?
And this is what I'm saying. Y'all know I don't be fucking with Africans.
You said with who?
Well, Africa. This is why. Because just like China, and I want y'all, and this is why, and we can like get sidetracked. But the reason why, because all people have a country they can identify to. And why I don't see myself as an African, that is our ancestry. And until Africa is strengthened, just like China 40 years ago was looking awful, until Africa, in my opinion, is strengthened, will Black people globally be respected on the level that they should be. 40 years ago, they used to talk so much shit about Chinese that have so much respect today simply because they have built their economy. If we start building where we are sending our money to Africa, helping, and they are going to help us with lower pricing, right? They're going to build furniture. They're going to build all of that. They're going to bring it back. We have cargo ships. We have things like that on the peninsula. It's so much that I can talk about, but that's another discussion. Back to Carmelo.
Love.
Oh, we got some people on the panel.
Yeah, hold on,
right,
I just want to say this. I just want to say this one thing, Ryan. Love, I love you. I promise.
I know, Lisa. You gotta go off on me about the Africa part. All of y'all.
Listen,
that's why it's too long of a conversation today.
We not Africans, bro. We're not descendants from Africa. We was already here. We was already here before the Native American people got here, bro.
I know that, babe.
We ain't. I'm not sending. Only thing I'm sending over to Africa is a prayer. That's it. And that's all.
That's what killed me when people keep saying they're African American.
Oh, wait, I'm
Black American,
y'all.
and we're going to get sidetracked because that will take forever, guys.
What I'm going to walk back into. I don't even know how y'all got on.
We are talking about race, but I can't get sucked in. I'm on everybody. It was not me. I tried.
Okay, listen. We got, oh gosh, who's all these people?
We got
me.
Hey, Tank, do your daily heart for me, bro.
I don't have one. I did some taps on it, I did you like...
What?
You don't have one. You got 10,000 K followers.
Yeah, but I don't be on TikTok. I don't be on TikTok like that. I just, I be on here. I mostly be
Let me hear what you got to say. What's going on?
I just wanted to say,
give me your age, date.
You said what now? My age and state? Oh, okay. I'm 63. I'll be 64 July the 9th, and my state is Tennessee. I'm from Memphis.
Do you think that, do you believe that Carmelo got a fair trial?
No, I don't think so.
Well,
I would listen to the young guy y'all had on there, and he wasn't making any sense. because I think people need to keep their hands to themselves, just like road rage. You jump out the car at somebody, you don't know what they got in their car. Leave people alone. That's all you got to do. If you don't bother nobody, they won't bother you. That's where I look at it. I don't bother nobody. I stay home. I don't even go to the club. I don't go nowhere. Even I got a son live with me, 21 years old. He don't hit that door. Don't nobody come to my house. He don't have no friends or none of that stuff. He play his game. You know what I'm saying? He might have a young lady.
I just gotta ask. I'm sorry, Tank, because you a little long-winded and you don't went all into talk about your family life. What is it about Carmelo's case? Can you just be really clear? And Chris, what you feel like, that they did wrong, what they wronged him for? If you have any questions about, any statements about Mike Howard or BBL Cockroach.
Love Black, you really should have been a comedian. I can't. You got me over here choking. That's okay, but I'm gonna be.
I think that the jury pick was wrong. I think that they didn't take the crime scene off. No forensics. The video was edited. You can't see anything really. People talking about what they see. I can't see nothing in that video. I see dog shit.
So you didn't see anything? Do you think Carmelo was assaulted? You didn't see no arms wailing under that video, Tank?
Yeah, I seen some movement. I seen Carmelo when he walked up there and sit down by himself, and I seen where they surrounded him, but you couldn't see Carmelo after they was standing up around him.
All right, I think it's time to go to Nikki. We'll get right back to you, Tank.
Nikki, you do your belly heart for me, please.
I think I did.
You did. I
thought I was bad. Ron don't play no game.
No, but I did.
I love Ron. Ron be on it.
I don't mind spending a little money now. Because
it's just one coin. It is appreciative because the host don't get anything.
If you're gonna spend it with the white team, man, what's wrong with spending it with the blackers? With us?
And that is one thing. And before I talk about Carmelo, I talk about that. I was hooked.
You can't get information over here, sis.
I know, but I have to give this disclaimer. Before, every 2 weeks, I was at the shop getting my nails and feet done. But then I went struggle nails and feet for a while until I found a black person to spend with. And it has been my mission, and I have found it's a struggle. I'm paying more.
It is, because the sisters be playing games. Y'all be charging $300 for them same nails that cost us $80.
Well,
then y'all, if we 10 minutes late,
wait.
10 minutes late, it's 30 minutes. But we're going to get back into the case. Go ahead, Nikki.
No, well, I'm telling you, I've been through the same struggle, but I actually found a walk-in, and it was a little more, but I'm trying to figure it out. And I think that nobody else complains that they keep money within their community. It's just us. We're the only ones complaining.
You know why? Because we don't have the resources. And we really need to get back to the case, guys. Seriously.
Thank you.
Who
is that?
Yeah. And I know because we got everybody excited the way we were talking. And I do think it's worthy. We do have lives that we talk about these things. It just gets us so down it. And before you know it, we're talking about 1779. I absolutely agree.
Actually, I wasn't about to go back to
we don't have the resources.
One at a time.
Yeah, I wasn't about to go back
quickly.
to slavery. I have a point. And
okay, I know. I just want to say to your last point real quick. We don't have resources. So respectfully, a lot of the BLK communities are charging more because we don't, like I asked y'all, Africa would give us the resources to make our shit cheap, stuff here cheaper, but everybody has a problem with Africa. Love Black is not slow. And believe me, I've been into microeconomics, economics, and all of that. You have to sacrifice something in order. So one moment, please. You have to sacrifice and cooperate at some junction, and you might as well do it with people and start building bridges with people that look like you. The reason
also,
they
one
moment. The reason, one of the reasons they think of us the way they think of us is because of what they're shown on TV, just like we think of them the way we think of them because of how they interact with us. But they're shown just like when you watch somebody from the South and you think everybody from the South are slow and ignorant because they show you a toothpick, they got a pitchfork and an overalls and one tooth, and they're like, hey, y'all. And everybody in the North is like, damn, they slow down there. But then you come down here and they're brilliant people everywhere. Don't let the media put perceptions in your whatever, and y'all are going to have to compromise. BLK people cannot do it on our own. There are bigger countries out there that we can work look how many countries are in Africa that we can start working with and building relationships with to get our resources here cheaper, so then we can provide cheaper accesses to people like you every day. You won't have to go to the Asians to get your hair because you can go and get your hair somewhere else. And you're right, since Rick Chow, my nails are, I have the worst nails, like boy fingers. But since Rich Chow, I'm not putting my little monkey fingers on. Like I might, but you got to go and find BLK people because how dare they? They got to suffer for that. And that means their Chinese food, learn how to cook your own shit. The recipes out there. That means everything. You start doing it in your community. You start forcing yourself and doing it with people that look like you. And you Jamaicans out there looking at us crazy and treating us like trash. That's wrong. Now I'm going.
Okay, come on, y'all. We got new people that ain't like
And love, boy, she can go. That girl can go.
You know, we can go.
That's why I said let's not even talk about it.
Love Black. Listen, I am just as passionate, and by me being in a bicultural family, half Nigerian, half American, I definitely get it. But respectfully, I do want to get to the new. Did Tank ever speak? Oh yeah, Tank spoke.
You know Tank spoke.
I know Nikki. Hold on, Nikki. I know you're going next, but I need to hear from My True Crime because I know she's been up here patient. And I don't know if she spoke.
No, I went through that when y'all started asking people their age. I don't want to.
Oh, you ain't got to tell your real. Listen, the women, you can just say your age range. I'm over 20. I'm over 30. Whatever.
I'm over 20. I like that one. I'm over 20.
You are hilarious. Okay.
I'll stick with that one. I'm over 20. Shit. It is what it is.
And what state are you from? Can you let everyone know where you're from?
Texas.
All righty. And do you believe Carmelo received a fair trial?
Fuck no, girl, I was there. Are you kidding?
I know. Wait, shit. I know. But the other people don't know. That's all I'm saying. Like,
no, he did not. He did not. He did not get a fair trial. He did not get fair representation. He did not get his constitutional rights to have a public trial. He did not get competent defense. He did not get anything.
And real quick, for everybody in the room, just know that we got multiple people on this panel that was at the courtroom that's been covering this case from the beginning. I got people who have seen the real video, not this bootleg stuff that they didn't put out on the internet that got y'all believe, and then that bootleg edited video that they showed the juror. My only problem with this, y'all, this is my biggest problem. The biggest piece of evidence any person could have, I don't care if you're on the defense, the prosecution, whatever, is video footage. So if they got video footage from 3 different angles showing Carmelo unaliving Austin aggressively, maliciously, deliberately, why not just play that video?
Exactly.
But instead, they didn't present any evidence, y'all. Nothing. Right. They didn't even present the fingerprint report. Wait, what are we talking about? When have y'all ever heard of an M trial where they got the weapon and they don't produce the weapon and the fingerprints? When?
That's the very first time I ever seen it.
See? All right, now land my plane. Open panel.
Go ahead, My Truth.
I think there's a camera angle missing. I do not believe that you would have security cameras, 3 in the parking lot, 1 at the gate, another one at another gate, and then you come to the other side of the football field, which is the camera angle that we have all seen. You look at that angle going across, and it also shows the bleachers in front of it. It shows like all of the bleachers from that side of the field. So I strongly believe that there is one on the other side of the field that would have showed the back of that canopy, which would have given us a very clear visual on what was going on underneath that canopy. Where is that footage?
Good one, you are absolutely correct. And listen, real quick, for those who haven't been to Frisco, Texas, those who aren't familiar with this stadium, this is the state-of-the-art stadium, y'all. This ain't no rinky-dink, like track field. No, they got state-of-the-art 4K cameras everywhere. Every other angle, every other thing was clear, crystal clear. But all of a sudden now, when it came to that, it's blurry, it's pixelated. And just like My True Crime said, there are definitely other angles. But My True Crime, we do know that stadium that they were at is privately owned. It's not part of the school district, y'all. It's not even a part of the school. Like, how are they explained it?
And Cinderella, that was my belief at first as well, but I did pull the property records, and that property does belong to Frisco ISD. I pulled all the property records from the appraisal district because I wanted to verify it. I am very strong on let's putting out the real information in the truth, because if we spread around things that are untruths, you guys, it makes it very hard for people to get behind Carmelo. It makes it very hard for him to raise funds towards his appeal and towards all of this if we put out false information. So I'm very strong on it being very true information. Cinderella, you know, you and I went round and round the other night in Mike's panel, me and Mike also, about the poker and whether or not it was two and that whole thing. And so, you know,
but I got a question for you, My True Crime. Hold on, real quick. Question. So I thought they were the ones who had So I thought that Frisco ISD, that stadium had full ownership of the videos, right? Is that correct? Or
yes, you're correct. So that stadium,
so they
because I
didn't
had
have
heard
to. Go ahead.
I had heard the same thing, that it didn't really belong to the school and it didn't belong to the ISD, but it does in fact belong to the ISD. You can pull the property records for the stadium with the address. You just go to Collin County Appraisal District and you can pull the records and it'll show you who owns that property. Frisco ISD does own that property. That being said, Frisco ISD, of course, owns the cameras inside of that stadium. But when all of those were handed over, the videos I downloaded from the Collin County site when they were released on Juneteenth, there is no way anyone can convince me that there wouldn't be a camera directly across from the one that we are seeing that shows the altercation. There would be one exactly directly across from that on the 50-yard line showing the back side of that side of the stadium.
I agree.
That makes sense.
I spent money to have 3 cameras in the parking lot, but not have the other side of the stadium. That just doesn't make sense.
That doesn't make sense at all.
Cover every angle. Right.
They should have cameras around that track, all the way around that track. Because when they be running track and they film them running track and trying to see who won and all that stuff, I'm sure it's cameras around the whole track.
Now, a lot of the cameras that come out for like football games and stuff, those are the cameras that are inside of the press box. Those are very expensive cameras. I looked back at it. They were upgraded in 2024 for inside the press box. The camera footage that we have been given and that was shown to the jury are from the security cameras. But again, you're not going to have one on one side of the field and not have it on the other side of the field.
Exactly. And if the security cameras, well, real quick, My True Crime, and then I'm going to let you go, Nikki. Also, like doing track and like, don't they have football games there too, right?
Yes.
Like in situations like that, like, okay, my daughter, she just graduated from the 8th grade, right? And she's on track, right? Like I said, my whole family, we all track stars. And they sometimes, when the race is so close, they have to go to the video footage, right, to see who exactly crossed that line first. Meaning they have state-of-the-art cameras, right? And I would assume, just like you said, not only do they have different angles, don't you think that they like altered the video? Because, or did you see the original video, My True Crime?
I did not see the original, but to answer your question on that, when it comes to the actual finish line on a track meet, the majority of the time you're going to have a camera person right there that is shooting photographs, they're shooting video and all of that. That's not going to come from your camera's overhead, because cameras overhead are not going to give you that on the track, on the ground view.
Yeah.
So a lot of times those photos and videos come from someone that is an actual photographer or videographer that is right there on the sidelines watching it.
Gotcha. It's only happened a few times, but I have definitely seen them go to the video footage to, like, you know, even in high school track, just to see who finished first when it's real close. That's all.
Look, I want to ask everyone a question on the panel. Okay. Something happened around a lot of kids. What's the first thing they grab for?
Phones to record.
They phone to record. So where are all those videos that all those kids was in that stand? Somebody hiding something.
EP, yes. Do you really think that hold on. Any of y'all that got kids, no teenagers, whatever, niece, nephews, brothers, sisters, whatever. How many teenagers do y'all know that's going to pick up their phone and pretend to record during a physical altercation like a fight or a scuffle? Now, come on, this is 2025, y'all, that we talking about this event happen. Do y'all really think that a high schooler going to pick up a phone and pretend to record when something finna go down? It's World Star. All these kids know it's World Star, Snapchat. Hey, this is viral. Let me post it. Let me get it.
They put everything on Facebook.
But if you're getting your phone out to record or to pretend to record, it's because you believe fully that something is about to happen.
Exactly. Now, I got a question for you, my true crime. And the reason why I'm asking her, y'all, is because I like talking to people that's actually really in it and not people that just be on this app and they just be wanting to talk, woo. Like, I feel like we real, researchers, journalists, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get to the bottom of this. So my question to you is, dang, and this is like my mind. Hold on. We were talking about the video footage, the track meets, the kids. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to remember what I was about to ask her. Because I was about to ask you something very important. Okay, this is what I'm going to ask you. Forget what I thought I was going to ask you. Let me ask you something else. During this trial, and you was in the trial, do you feel as though the prosecution, the state, actually proved their case? In any aspect, because I've had people on our side that said that they feel as though the prosecution did. So I'm asking you.
Me, coming from someone that works in criminal defense, no, I do not feel they did. But when you have a jury sitting up there and you have all these kids that come through and tell this story and the defense is not objecting to it, you have to understand. If you're sitting up there as a juror, if the defense is not objecting to something, would you as a juror not believe then, hey, it must be true?
So, boom, thank you for saying that. Now, I'm hearing conflicting things, right? Some people that were in the courtroom are saying, yes, the defense was objecting, but the judge just kept overruling it, right? And then some are saying, no, the defense didn't object. Plenty of times when they should have objected. So in your opinion, do you feel as though they were objecting? They didn't, what you think?
He was not objecting to the things that would have altered the case. He objected to some things that had no alteration and would not have changed the outcome of the trial. Did he object to the things that were important and could have changed it? Absolutely not. And again, like I said, if you're sitting up there as a juror and you got to just think about it, you guys, how many people watch, Law and Order and different crime shows and things like that. So when you're sitting up there as a juror and the own defense for that defendant is not objecting to something, you're going to take it as truth. If these kids are getting up here and telling a certain story and the prosecution or the defense is not objecting to certain things, you're going to take it as truth because the defense isn't fighting against it. So do I feel like they proved it up coming from the defense side and the job I do? No, I do not feel the state proved it up. But coming as a juror that is not knowledgeable about how the court system works and what should have been objected to and what was not, yes, I could see where a jury would think that they proved it up because, again, he didn't object to it.
Okay, two quick questions. Well, one question it's like a double question. So, were you there for the defense's opening statement or closing arguments? Either one or both?
No, I was not in there for those. I read the recaps of them, but I was going strictly, I went to one source, which was CBS, because they were actually putting in both sides and not just doing one side of the questions. So CBS DFW, not the main, but the one for the DFW area, they were actually putting in, what was asked on both sides. So I went off of that. Like the first day that I got there, I was in line, but we didn't know what a nightmare it was going to be to get in. We also did not know that only 27 people from the public were going to be allowed in. So.
Right. Okay. So from what you gathered from the CBS report in Dallas-Fort Worth, do you think that the defense, when they see, this is what somebody told me who was in the who was there for the opening arguments, right? Well, the opening whatever, from the defense. And what they said to me, this was what changed my perspective. They said that the defense literally told the jurors, yes, Carmelo did this. It was an act of self-defense, blah, 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 blah. And the reason why it changed my perspective is because up until then, when they kept saying, well, Cinderella, you can't say that you don't think that he did it, blah, 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 because my whole thing is burden of proof, right? I don't give a damn what happens. If you can't prove, I could commit a crime right now today. If you can't prove I committed that crime, guess what? I didn't do that crime. You're only a criminal until you are proven to be a criminal. You get what I'm saying? So
I do, and I know where you're going with this, and I have to say, on the defensive side, I do agree with that point, because you can't claim self-defense if you're later going to claim you didn't actually do the act.
Right.
So the only way to assert self-defense and stand your ground in the state of Texas is you actually did that act. So to get there and say,
who came up with self-defense? Was it Mello or the defense team? That's my question.
It would be the defense team, but Mello also, because Mello also asked the officer, this is self-defense, right? I told him not to put his hands on me, and he did.
But we don't even know if that's true, my true crime. I'm going to tell you why. Because why not show the original body cam footage?
Exactly.
I could hear it in the body cam. I could hear when he said, I'm not alleged, I did it.
My true crime. My thing is this, though. Check this out. I would be the same way, right? If there was an official body cam footage with the exact date and time on it, no problem. Yes, this happened. I'm looking at it. I'm watching it. I'm hearing it. Yes, this is factual. But when you show me a body cam footage from 2016 about something that happened in 2025, now I'm questioning the whole video.
He never saw his face. Like, why would they? I never saw body cam footage. I mean, Carmelo's not 8 foot tall, right? So for him to be standing next to this young man and never the body cam footage showing his face is just, it's a little weird to me.
And I get that, you guys, but fighting the evidence on whether or not those videos were recorded on that day from the body cams would never be suppressed. When they got them back and uploaded them, it's going to show the upload date. It's going to show, they would be able to match it up with the other people that were there that day and what they were wearing and everything. At the end of the day, there's no way that those body cams were going to be suppressed. It would be very easy to match up who was there, what they were wearing, and everything with the cameras from the stadium versus the cameras on the body cam. So getting those suppressed and saying because the date was wrong, it doesn't come in would never happen. Those videos would never have been suppressed from the body cam. So again, the only way to assert stand your ground and self-defense would be to say that you actually did the alleged offense. But you did it.
And I don't dispute that, but I think the body cam can be considered inconclusive in a way, because unless they're going to do an analysis that the audio is also authentic, that all of the video footage is because we don't see Carmelo's voice. It has been thrown around all over the place. And until they can validate that it has not been edited, then I would say that I would be that pressed to pushing it this second go round, just because, like, if you're going to tell me my client said something,
if the defense
I don't know if
did
it's
or
even
not,
relevant.
I always request the audit trail from the body cams. I do not know if the defense did that in this case. I'm going to assume that they did not. But you can get the audit trail for each body cam that shows you when it was activated, when it was muted, when it was unmuted, when it was stopped, and all of that. So the body cam trails, the audit trails would show exactly the real time.
Hi, how you guys doing? I have a couple questions for you. Are you an attorney, the one next to me? Are you an attorney?
No, I'm not. I'm a paralegal and criminal defense investigator.
Me and you both. I'm a paralegal too, girl. Go ahead. Definitely did my 4 years of law. Anyway, and still, I studied for law. Anyway, it's been a while. But anyway, I have a couple questions. You
don't need 4 years to become a paralegal. All you have to do is get your associate's degree.
Associates in paralegal studies and a bachelor's in legal studies.
Do not spend any more money on paralegal school. It is a ripoff, and you do not have to.
Yeah, I know. I'm not even doing it right now. I'm actually in logistics now. But anyway.
Did you do your daily heart for you continue? Do you do your daily heart? Because I see you ain't done it yet.
I don't know how to do that, but I can send you a rose. I don't know if that equals
if you can send a rose, you can send a daily heart, sweetie.
How does it work?
The heart right next to Cinderella's name at the top, the orange heart.
Okay, I see it now. All right, let's see here. All right, here you go, girl. All right.
Thank you.
I don't feel bad, Diamond. I didn't know how to do it before
I'm like, how the hell do you do that shit? Anyway, I have a couple questions. All right, so the footage that was released, right?
Did you do your lion yet? Did you do your lion? And then you can ask your question.
Like, girl, I ain't got no damn money yet. I'm broke.
Somebody said something, and I just thought that was funny if someone else heard it. Okay, go ahead.
It's funny.
All right, so I have a question about the footage that was released, right? If it is found that it has been doctored, wouldn't that mean that they need to ask for the full footage? To me, I would ask for the full day of footage. If they have footage that is clear, they should have when he got off the bus, when he sat down in the yellow tent, everybody that transpired that went into the tent, the other assailants that was there as well. All of this shit, until the ambulance showed up, the detective showed up, they cleared the scene, all that stuff should have been caught on tape. I'm not understanding why they're breaking down footage by 11 minutes when there's so much footage that we're not seeing at all. And I wonder if it was even presented into trial.
It wasn't presented in the trial, but I guarantee you it was pulled and put into discovery the entire day, because they had to see when each person arrived, when each person left, and all that stuff. So the entire day was captured, and I'm sure all of it was turned over in discovery to the defense. But sweetie, you saw what we were working with over there on the defense team. So
I think that some of it was doctored, because the reason why I say that, if you look at the footage of the coach that was in the blue hoodie and the khaki shorts, you see him with a bag. Do you see him point at the trash? You remember, I don't know if you I know you watched the footage like everybody else had. You seen those two boys in the black run to the garbage can.
Confirm for you now, Diamond. It was definitely doctored. It was definitely doctored because the original 39 people, we know about 15 of them, and they stated that it was different from what they saw. However, there were people that lied and said it was pixelated. You couldn't see birds. That no way you could see raindrops. I don't know what they saw, but this person also had one eye. So I'm assuming they just couldn't see it with their half a good eye.
They see what they want to see.
They got one eye, must have had a teardrop in it, and they just got all glass.
They see what they want to see. That's what that boils down to.
So with that being said, Cyclops couldn't see it, but most of the people that witnessed it in the beginning stated that they could see it, and they spoke to it just in what we saw. Now, moving forward, I will tell you that it does not seem as clear, but when you go to the Collins County website and download it, it's very clear. In addition to that, people will say whether Carmelo walked in first or Carmelo walked in last. If you're watching the download, I will tell you, go down to number 4 in the download. It will show you Carmelo walking in earlier on, and about 9:49 or something, you'll see a group of boys. And if you go into that close enough, you'll see that first, when they come through the gate, it's Austin and his friends, and then it's Hunter. But then as they come down the stretch, Hunter passes Austin. He runs past Austin and runs directly up in Carmelo's face.
That's not really my concern right now. My concern is we don't have footage of him going to that tent. We don't have him.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, we do. That's what I'm telling you, Diamond.
The footage I've seen is him passing those two black.
Okay, so what I'm telling you for fact, right, being on this case for 14 months, having been at that trial, having watched that video in depth, having heard people who testified to watching that we do have Carmelo placed immediately before the two boys are there under the tent. When the two boys approach approach him, you can clearly see them going directly to him. I don't know if you're not able to see it, but I'm telling you what I saw.
Well, Black, you said two boys, more than two that walked up towards Carmelo.
Well, no, I'm saying the two twins. It was far more than two, but I want to call out the two twins specifically.
But
I understand that.
Let me say this real quick, and I'm gonna mute my mic because I really gotta get this out. The coaches, I don't see how anybody with a right mind would see two coaches act as suspicious as they were in the footage that I saw. I don't know about you guys, but they were too calm. First off, you see one of the coaches with a bag, then all of a sudden you see him directing another student.
That wasn't a coach with the backpack.
The one that had on the blue hoodie.
Thank you, Janelle.
So I can tell you about what happened with the coaches, because in the trial they told you and the coaches spoke, right? And people were in the trial and we were there. So you can just ask us the questions. With that, and the coaches were calm because they didn't understand. That first coach that Carmelo ran to and embraced Carmelo, right? So first and foremost,
they weren't paying attention to the students. So that clarifies my question.
Yeah, so the first one embraces him because he didn't understand the severity. And you see him even walking Carmelo back towards the incident because he didn't understand the severity. He hugs Carmelo, he's embracing Carmelo. And then you see the second coach, which I'm trying to explain to you now, jump over. And why did he jump over that fence? Because that was Hunter's coach that approached Carmelo. And that's when you see Carmelo fall to his knees. And that's the first time he understands the severity of it.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, you see those boys that threw something in the trash. You see that trash can was tipped over by the time that Carmelo got back on the scene.
Diamond. Hold on. What's her name? Yes. She said, look, now this, I ain't gonna lie. Thank you, Diamond, for bringing up that trash can. But go ahead. I'm gonna let you cook, girl. Go ahead.
I'm saying, when you see him, he is pointing at the trash right after Carmelo is out of, he can't see what they're doing anymore. It's almost as if they were going through the trash before Carmelo got back over there, like they were trying to retrieve whatever the hell was thrown in there. And when he seen that Carmelo wasn't paying attention, he pointed at the trash, and that boy, he went his whole body almost in a trash can and threw something underneath his hoodie and took off running. That to me is suspicious. And what I'm not understanding is, why didn't they close down this scene sooner? And why was other students that was underneath that tent allowed to leave the scene? I'm not understanding the point here. Everybody's focused on Carmelo. I'm seeing all types of transactions happening before the police even got there, before everything escalated to the ambulance and the detectives or whoever else had to show up. It seemed like they were trying to cover up a scene. And if I am correct, which I feel like I am, this is a bigger situation than just Carmelo, and it's going to come out.
Okay, but if we're talking about before the police arrived, I don't think that anyone there on scene, including coaches, staff, other students, anyone, realized exactly what had happened.
I work for a school district currently, part-time. And I know it don't matter if I ever heard, and I know I work with students, I work with coaches, I drive school buses on the side, okay? If there was even a hint of an issue, if they were paying attention, which I know a lot of coaches pay attention to the coaches, I live in Iowa, they pay attention to all their students. They know where every one of them are, no matter if they was in track or not, okay? Because I know how long that drags out, right? It's for hours. The point is, even if they got a hint that some commotion was going on over there, they would have ran over there versus walking, first off. First, two, they wouldn't be trying to console Carmelo. They'd be worried ground, and they would be wondering about why everybody's so focused over there. But what I think happened was they were fighting, all of them were fighting. It wasn't just Carmelo. They were all fighting, and I believe there was more than one poker there. This stuff is going to come out, and I believe that the coaches are trying to conceal it because this could be a funding issue, because I know that a lot of times these coaches don't get paid a lot, and it depends on the funding that they get on if they keep their job or not. So how do we know
Most
This
of those
is a
coaches
bigger.
aren't there. So we will tell you that a lot of people were removed, including Brandon Wynn, Coach Wynn, right? So people were removed and people left. We didn't get clarity on why, but there were 40 teachers, coaches, etc., from that school district immediately after this event that either were terminated, stepped down, etc. So that includes some of those coaches who
Superintendent even
testified.
retired out of
And
nowhere.
do you want to do? Can I just land, babes? Can I just land?
Yep. Let me move my mic.
Yeah, just please for once, right? So with that, because I understand we're all passionate, but then some people have truths and facts, right? And I understand that people want to interject what they think, but some things are already transcribed. They've already happened, and it can't be taken back. So with that, the coach Wynn has been fired already. So there's no need to speculate about why coaches they were. The one that was his coach, the memorial coach, the one that wrote the letter to him, he's no longer employed there, right?
Okay, but what about the other one?
The Black coach, once again, did not know the severity of it because Carmelo, imagine, runs up to him. He doesn't hear that there's a fight a block down. It's a football field, bigger than that. So he's literally calming Carmelo down because he's thinking Carmelo just had a fight. And Carmelo himself even confessed that it's not that in the trial, they stated that Carmelo stated, the coach stated that he stated it wasn't that bad. He didn't think that the severity of what he did to Austin was that bad. Carmelo said, no, he's all right. That nothing from that little bit, that nothing could have happened. So what I'm saying is that because Carmelo didn't think it was that bad, nor did the coach that he just ran to think it was that bad. There's a coach, you're on one side of the field. I just had a fight in an altercation on another one. I slow down, I look back, I see YT boys still running behind me. I go and I don't stop until I find the only Black coach on the goddamn field, right? And when I find him, because he looks like me, I feel safe finally. I hug him, embrace him, and tell him what just happened. He's like, well, hugging me, he's saying things to me, he's walking me back to the incident because he doesn't realize that there's can I finish?
You're going.
All right, so one moment. And I understand, I let you go on and on and on. How dare you? So with that, I'm telling you facts. You can do what you want to do, but I'm telling you what's fact, what was told in the trial, what was educated. Now, if you want to dispute that, dispute it with yourself. But once again, respectfully, Diamond, do not interrupt me again, and I'm giving you facts. I'm telling you that this man, Carmelo, ran to the coach. The coach did not know, the Black coach did not know Carmelo just had an incident. He is hugging Carmelo because Carmelo is sobbing. He then walks Carmelo back towards the incident because he doesn't understand the severity of the incident. He doesn't understand. And then when he gets back there, he sees boys jumping over, trying to fight Carmelo. He then sees another coach jump over and meet them, where you then see Carmelo kind of jump up in the air and then go down to his knees, sobbing and crying because he now understands the severity. Therefore, all of the coaches now understand because Austin's unalive body is sitting to the side.
All right, can I say something?
I think I get what your question was of why people were allowed to leave, right, Diamond?
Right. Okay. So what she just said is okay. She said
if you
what
watch
she said.
the video from the parking lot and the entrance, you will see all of these kids literally running out in what I would describe as a stampede. Like they are all rushing, they are flying through so quick. So no one there, no staff, no coaches, no anyone had time to isolate the people that were witnesses to get them, hey, you need to stay, because everyone was literally just fleeing and flying out of the gate.
I was there for the Boston bombings, right? And when those bombings went off, I did not know, one minute, Diamond, I did not know 2 blocks down that the Boston booms had happened. I was there, but with all the chaos, even hearing the booms twice, I had not started running 2 blocks up, telling us to get down. I didn't not know. So what I'm telling you is that people just were not cognizant of what was happening.
All right,
right?
But that does not neglect the fact that there was a coach that was in blue, in a blue hoodie, that was actually pointing at another student to get him to retrieve something from the trash. You're talking about every damn body but that coach.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I need everybody in this room to please grab a daily heart me if you can. Like, just grab a daily dang on heart me.
We've been at 21K for
everybody
45
but who
minutes.
I am concerned about.
And we've been on 21K for 45 minutes, guys. If you can help Cinderella get up to 55, that would be appreciative. It is in the middle of the night, and we guys are giving you great information. We appreciate everybody that's in the room. Hashtags are absolutely free if you cannot help with the live goals. Sending this out is absolutely free if you cannot help with the live goals. What is necessary if you want to come up on this panel is to get your daily heartbeat. And even being in this room, getting this good information, please, it helps to support the host because she doesn't get a job for this. You know what I mean? This ain't a job. It's giving you information, and it's also advocacy for Carmelo and other people that can find themselves in this situation, learning about laws, learning about what you can do, what others have options to do, and that's what we're here for. Thank y'all for all of your support. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Rose,
Love
can I
life,
talk for like
Ebony,
2
Ron
seconds
King.
and I'm gonna drop because
Ain't no problem.
I don't like
And
getting
look,
headaches.
look, Dominic, look,
Okay.
hey, give everybody a chance to talk at one at a time so everybody can understand each other. You can't understand each other if you're talking over each other.
That's what I'm saying. I just want my little 2 seconds and then I'm out to drop because I really got a headache at this point after all of that yelling for no apparent reason. But let's be clear. I'm not concerned about the black guy that he ran to. That's not what my point is. My point is that there was 2 other assailants that should have there are 2 other suspects that should have gotten arrested alongside Carmelo. And they were only concerned about Carmelo. But as you look at the footage, we can clearly see that there was other situations going on that shows more guilt than Carmelo was acting at the time of this crime, okay? Not to mention that coach that directed that student to go through that trash, that is the coach that I feel like should be subpoenaed into court. And that coach, phone records should be ran. I believe he has a lot to do with this situation. Maybe a cover-up, we don't know. But you're going off of the trial that just happened. I'm talking about he got a new defense team. We might end up finding out about new evidence might be presented if they get a new trial. I'm more concerned about the truth. And if he is not the real person that did this situation, we need to find out. Stop assuming like everybody else did when they heard that body footage from the police officer that he's talking about him actually poking that boy, because there is a possibility that is another damn student that did it. So I'm not trying to hear the hogwash, okay? Because all you're going to do is spin the same shit that we've been hearing from the trial, okay? I'm saying that this might be a different situation that we are actually looking at that is bigger than just Carmelo. And I land my plane.
With that, nothing I ever speak is hogwash. And for all the new people on the case, let me reintroduce myself. My name is Love Black, right? I've been around this mother effer for 15 months, investigating, talking to people. I was here for all the other ones that weren't when Jeff Metcalf was up here calling us in-loving bees. I actually spoke to Jeff Metcalf, right? I've been a true advocate from day one. I won't allow you to interject any bullshit for the sake of your wanting to investigate, because you back at square one. I've been past that shit. Right? So for you to tell me that I'm pushing any kind of hogwash, your mama is pushing hogwash, respectfully. And I'll give since her heart meat for that one because it was worth it.
Not that her mama.
What did she? Yeah.
Love Black, did you just cuss?
No,
So that was still disrespectful enough.
Wait, hold on. Wait, Love Black, what I missed, y'all? I'm so sorry. I just came back.
She said that I was speaking hogwash and what I was saying, and that I'm just doing this basically for clout. I told her I've not gotten paid off of this at all in 14 months, right? I told her that I'm a true advocate. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this motherfucking game. I was around talking to Jeff Metcalf, and I guess I just cursed then, so there's the argument anyways.
Okay. Because I didn't know why you said that.
I'm not new to this, right? And so forth. I also will inform her that many of us on this panel have been, right? Not just at a trial. First and foremost, saying that I just showed up at a trial. Girl, I've been there advocating, spending my hard-earned money in that Give, Sing, Go, doing so much more, so much other people like the original supporters have done. So for you to come and tell me that I'm chasing clout, girl, you're chasing clout. Coming up here with them lies is what you did. And like I said, if I speaking hogwash, your mama must be speaking hogwash because she had a hog.
Oh, God.
Some of us spent thousands to go to Collin County to support Carmelo for this trial. Thousands.
And you know what? How many Austin Metcalf supporters showed up? Not many at all. My thing is this: if y'all feel so justified in Carmelo's conviction and his sentence, why not show up and support? Why didn't they show up and support?
They show up 15 months ago when we were begging people to advocate for this young man to speak up. When Drew was out here getting called pussy mother effers and was speaking up for himself, excuse my French, but that's what they were calling him. When they were dragging his son and all of us and putting our prompts up and putting Carmelo up and having him behind bars and dragging his name through this ground, where were all of these people then? When we were so small. And I'm glad everybody is here to speak on it. But like I said, if Carmelo, if it was not his poker, Drew and Kayla have spoken plenty of times, I think they would have advocated and pushed for that. I think they would have told us they have more than enough time. People are in touch with these people in real life, unlike you people.
Yeah.
Right? So we would have been told and informed. Some things are just common sense and people just don't get it. They were just on a news special just now. When they have said on that news special just now, when she said my son didn't mean it, she would have said it was not my son's poker. It wasn't even his.
Thank you,
That's
love.
what I would say. So these kind of things are just mediocre, minute. And for anyone that claims they're an investigator would know these kind of things just off the strength of looking and researching for yourselves. It's not about me yelling. I'm quite passionate about things that I know for a fact. And I don't ever have to meet Carmelo. I don't ever have to earn anything out of this. I will never earn anything tangible out of advocating and spending 15 months of my life where my mama got to come and find me on TikTok, where my mama got to come and find me in the streets where I'm advocating or doing whatever I'm going to do. I wouldn't have spent 15 months of my life doing that, not to see a young man walk free. And I will never get anything out of that. Those are just seeds I plant in order for a tree to be over Carmelo one day.
Thank you. This whole narrative now that the new people are coming in, they're trying to spin and get false information and say, oh, well, it wasn't his or it wasn't this. Doing things like that and sending out.
Hold on. I don't mean to cut you off, but I gotta say this. I'm one of them people. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Let me tell y'all why I'm one of them people. Because listen, hear me out. When this case first started way back in April of last year, the very first thing I heard when I first learned of this case right after it happened was Carmelo told his family it wasn't his poker, right? Now listen, I never spoke out on it, right? But that's how I always felt in my gut. I go off of energy, I go off my gut, right? Because I didn't used to do that when I was younger. Long story short, let's fast forward to the trial. When that trial happened, and the fact, y'all, that they did not present the fingerprint report led me to believe, why, if you got the weapon, why not present the weapon with the fingerprints? Hey, this is what the weapon that was used. This is the DNA, the fingerprints, whatever that was on the weapon. None of that happened. So it got me. And then when they start altering and editing the videos, like it's just too much stuff that I feel like they're trying to hide.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I feel that way, y'all. And I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm letting y'all know that's how I feel. I'm one of them people who do not believe that Carmelo brought that poker. The baby had crosswords, cheeses, trail men, nothing about his belongings, nothing about Carmelo says I'm carrying around a poker. That's just
it was not that kind of poker. Because it was not that kind of poker. First of all, the police called it a multi-tool, and we should normalize it. Because by calling it a poker, everybody's dehumanizing Carmelo,
even a multi-tool.
the situation. It's called a multi-tool, and it had a flashlight on it. They did not.
Let me ask you this, Love Black.
They did not present it, Zini, one moment, Zen. They did not even present it for real inside of a bag where people could barely see it. They were presented some replica or something, a poker that what they wanted to present, right? So with that, I think that it was something so small and so minute. I want us to normalize our children sticking up for themselves, including doing what they got to do to get home. And if that means pulling something out their bag, like my mama used to tell me to pull out a pencil.
Sticking to the facts.
I know, but this is what I'm saying. The facts are TB told me months ago, right? Who's the main advocate, where Drew was on her piano on several occasions, told me that best poker, Love Black, because I used to argue the same thing you did, Sid. That was my same debate. And she came on and finally said, y'all, months ago, after Drew was on the piano, after Drew even came on TikTok and Facebook to say, yo, TB's advocating for me. Did he not do that? Did he not write a post?
Okay,
did he not
what
come on
did
her
she
platform?
say? Yeah,
did he
what
not
she
come
say?
to TikTok to say that,
What she
right?
say?
So if she came to us and said that poker belongs to Carmelo and y'all gotta have to accept that, then that's what I'm going to accept and that's what I'm gonna have to tell the truth about, because I
And you
don't
know
see
what?
why she
But
would
I
come on the
didn't hear
platform and
that.
lie about that.
Hold on, respectfully, I didn't hear that. And if that's how you feel, by all means, I respect that. But you also listen. Please respect how I feel. I feel that if they didn't prove that baby brought that poker, they didn't prove that baby pulled that poker out of a bag. And then on top of that, Love Black, and I don't know if you heard this too, My True Crime. Did y'all know that Hunter did 3 interviews instead of 2? Do y'all know that very, very first interview he did on Fox 4, that they never showed and aired it ever again? You hear me? Only one time. And we got, no, I can't call it the transcripts, because then when I say it's the transcripts of that interview, then they like, oh, it didn't happen in court. So no, I can't use that terminology, transcripts, but you know what I'm saying. When they write out what was done.
Depositions.
No.
It's still transcripts. It's still transcripts.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, they tried, the girl, Sarah Fields ran with that, right? So I got to be very careful on what I say, because y'all know they like to clip shit, right?
You can do transcripts of an interview, of a phone conversation, anything.
Okay,
It
so
doesn't have
thank
to
you.
be
That's
court
exactly what it
testimony.
was. And Big Mike has it. I have it somewhere. I just forgot where I put it at, and I got so many files, y'all. But with that being said, he literally came out his mouth and said, after Austin punched him in the face, I seen Carmelo pick down the tool that we use to put up the canopies. Now, I might be wrong. Don't get me wrong. This article may be fabricated. I don't know. But considering all the other things that my brain tells me, why didn't they not present the actual tool? Why didn't they present the fingerprints? I've never, ever in my life, y'all, heard of that.
Okay, they did not do fingerprints, you guys, and that was never brought up in trial. But I will say, this whole narrative of the knife was not, the poker was not presented in trial. That is false. The actual one that was taken from the scene was presented in trial. The officer that was on the stand when they brought it in and opened it up from the evidence bag, he got it out with gloves on his hands and he demonstrated to the jury how easy it was to open and close with the knobs. Guys, I'm sure you guys, men will correct me, I don't know what they're called, the thing that you use to flip it open with your thumb. That being said, the replica that everyone keeps talking about is what they passed around to the jury. They don't actually pass around a pew or a poker to the jury, a real one.
They're not going to pass it around to the jury. Why not no fingerprints? If you're going to tell me that this person had this poker with them, I need you to prove it. I need you to prove that baby brought it. I need you to prove he pulled it out of his bag. Matter of fact, I need you to prove it was his by like saying, hey, here's the fingerprints. The only prints on this on this thing is Carmelo's.
And I understand what you're saying there, Cinderella, but you have to look at the other side, to where the defense never claimed that he did.
And I got a problem with that.
You know what I mean?
Too. Yeah,
and so it was never disputed that he had it, that it was his, and that he did the poking. What they did was said, yes, but it was self-defense. So the fingerprints, I'm sure they could come up with a million excuses. It rained on it, it was wet, it was this, it was that. I'm sure they could come up with a million reasons on why.
I'm gonna tell you something about fingerprints. Rain does not affect fingerprints.
I'm just saying, I do not know.
Say that for the 15,000th time for everybody who don't know, because my daughter is a forensic scientist. And listen, rain does not affect fingerprints, because fingerprints come from the oil that is transferred from your skin onto a surface. Rain, water does not. We all know that oil and water don't mix, right? So rain did not affect them fingerprints.
And they didn't even bring it up for why they didn't do the fingerprints. I do not know why they did not do them.
I know why they didn't.
In trial, it was never disputed.
Because it wasn't his
But hold on. If it's more than one set on some prints on a weapon that is used, that I'm accusing somebody of M. That's the thing, y'all. I think a lot of people are missing the fact. I'm even upset about the charge. In order to charge someone with the charge of M, that means they had to do it deliberately. maliciously, intentionally. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And they
If
didn't
they
prove
couldn't even
any of
investigate
that.
the scene,
And
there should
my
not
thing
have
is
been no
this.
charges.
The fingerprints would have shown, okay, he deliberately brought this. It was his. It was his in his possession. He's the only prints that's on it. So boom, that would have cleared it up. Or
So
how about
basically
the
what you're
original video
saying-
would have cleared it up? Hey, sissy, the
So
original
basically, what
video.
you're saying is that he could have picked it up because somebody else brought it and dropped it, and he was trying to protect himself.
Well, I
But
think
I teach
Carmelo
my
brought it and
kids
somebody
to
else
pick
could
the
have
biggest,
picked it up.
baddest one.
Sid.
If you see, I teach all my kids, and none of my kids have never been no physical. And I ain't gonna say none of them, but the ones I raised in Arizona, they are like Carmelo. They never had no instances with the law, violence, fights, any of that. But guess what? I do teach them if they're in a situation like that, you find the biggest, baddest one. If you see a rock, a lock, any damn thing, you pick it up and you knock the biggest one out.
Yep.
I'll
Can
land
I
my
say
plane,
this?
y'all.
Can I say this? I agree with a lot of what you're saying because of unknowns, but I do know, and in my heart, I feel like Carmelo brought that poker. And the only reason I'm okay with that is because I want us to humanize the poker being there. And that's one of the things that the defense failed to do. They made it, in case it is Carmelo's poker, everybody's making it so that it would be like a moment of, oh my goodness, how could it be? When in reality, he had every right to it. There are 5-year-olds. This is Texas, where they pew babies are 3 years old. They take them out hunting. When we did our surveys, they were 3, 4, 5 years old, taking their babies out hunting. We have pictures
Right.
of
So
Hunter
love
and
black. I
Austin
don't want to
taking
normalize
their
kids
children
bringing
out.
weapons.
Wait, no, I'm not saying normalize
Hold
that, but I want to
on.
normalize. Wait, can I finish my plane,
Go ahead.
please? I want, and you guys are entitled to your opinion. You know, I never will take it from you, so please don't take mine. With that, I'm going to say that no, we're not normalizing weapons because that's how you get school pew-pewings. I don't normalize weapons in real life. I have them in the home. I have one in a car and places like that, but just walking around with them for fun times, I don't agree with any of that, right? But in some cases, that family reunion recently, I'm glad that cousin was glad he had his pew-pew on him. When I be cussing mine out, I'm like, let them keep theirs now. With that, I don't normalize weapons. Period.
Thank you,
However, I want us with a pocket poker under 3 inches long with a flashlight on it. It's called a utility tool. And my mom has told me if someone is trying to hurt you, you pull out your keys, you pull out your pencil, you pull out something and you jab them where you can jab them at. And that's real shit. She's told me that. So this is a utility tool of a young man that worked at a warehouse and at Foot Locker. A boy that goes around day to day who has a car, and a lot of times we keep things in our car because we're told things we may get stuck in a seatbelt and you need something to cut yourself out of the seatbelt. I keep a poker on the side of my car because somebody put that in my head. That I keep running right by my door in case there's ever an accident, you can't get out your seatbelt. You have a way of getting out your seatbelt. You can cut yourself out. So there's many ways that people walk around with these things. This is not a dagger, which I was 14 years old. I did go downtown Boston, and my boy Real has said it, and Kevin Andrews has said the same thing because we lived in the same area. We didn't even know each other at the time. But there was a place in Boston, and at 14 years old, I went and brought that poker. And I brought it home and we would take it to school and nobody ever used it because ain't nobody ever tried to jump me. So with that, I'm going to say that I don't foresee a horrible thing in Carmelo if he did have the poker, if it was his poker, because it was less than 5 inches. And even the police officers said themselves, it is a utility tool. No different than him pulling out a pencil. And in the state of Texas, it was not a weapon until it was used as a weapon, just like a pillow has been deemed as a weapon in the state of Texas, just like shoelaces have been deemed as a weapon in the state of Texas, because they are regular items until people use them as weapons. And I land my plane.
Exactly. And the fact that if it wasn't his, this definitely would have been brought up. But having it doesn't mean you had intent to use it. And there's a big difference there. Bringing it and having the intent to use it is different than having it in your backpack with no intent to use it. Had he had intent to use it, don't you think logically it would have been in his hoodie pocket or in his sweatpant pocket? There is a difference between having it on you and having the intent to use it. I do believe it was his. I do believe if it was not his parents would have immediately came out and said it was not his. He picked it up while he was being attacked. There is no dispute that he was assaulted first before he ever fought back. And so that being said, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, he wasn't his and make excuses like that. I do believe it was his, and I do believe he defended himself in true self-defense, and that he did not commit murder.
Now, hear me out. Hold on.
Let me
Let me
get in.
hold on, y'all.
let me
Hold
get
on.
in.
'Cause
One
I
at
let
a time.
y'all
One at a
talk.
time.
Let me say something. Now, as far as Love Black and my true crime are concerned, and their beliefs, I can't do nothing but respect that. And if I find out factually, if there's something, some type of proof, something factual that I can, say, you know what, okay, it was his, right? I'm okay with that as well. You know what I'm saying? But how my mind is right now, I don't believe it. And the only reason why, like I said, because why go so hard, go through all these lists between the garbage can, the video footage, the no fingerprints? Like, why?
Remember when Megan first came? Sin, remember when Megan first came to the platform? What did she ask people to do?
Debunk the video.
Okay, she never said debunk him having the poker. She never said make sure they never say poke. It's not Hunter's poker. If that ever comes up, she would have advocated for things that would have proved her son's guilty. Just like she came on after this trial and has advocated for things that will still prove them guilty. The cheerleaders, for instance, right now it's the cheerleaders' fault. They should have been better cheerleaders and supported my boys. It's the police fault. It's the mother's fault for releasing this email. It's everybody's fault but her correcting her sons, right? So she suffers from Stockholm syndrome. And this woman tries to correct shit and gets in front of a narrative even before we understand what the narrative is. And that is what she did. And she would have done it if it was not his poker or their poker. She would have come out and said something about a poker. She would have said something about, hey, y'all, instead of worrying about a video over and over, she would have came out and said something about a video. Also, people once again spoke to Drew, and if it was not his poker, they would have said that. Now, what I agree with you, Sin, is that it was not done in malicious. It was not done deliberately. I think it was a freak accident, as Nick Nack has described it in court. First of all, you have a young man who's pulling out a poker, which was never fully extended, remind you. Hence why the gash. And the gash never went in his skin. Like Carmelo never raised his hand up to poke anyone. He never raised his hand down to poke anyone. What he did was that exactly. I believe that when he was coming onto it, Carmelo's holding it, but Carmelo's also being punched and pushed by his brother. So therefore, the brother, I think when he punched him, he really did unalive him indirectly by pushing Carmelo. And then at the same time, Austin is going to grab him, right? Because they're into this football or punching on him or whatever. And it went in just like a piece of glass would cut you in your foot and come right back out, like real fast and deep, but you're bloody. Right, okay. I think that's what happened. He Kool-Aid, sorry. Hold on, because I got people on the panel.
May I say something, please? Can I say something, please?
Did you do a daily heart?
Can you give us your name and
daily heart? Let me say your daily heart.
Go ahead, Brian. One of y'all. I'm sorry.
Do your daily heart. Hold up.
Did it go through now?
Let me check it.
And make it go through before he goes, because then
you got to do your daily heart. It ain't been through yet.
I'm trying to. But anyway, I wanted to.
No. Listen. Go up to her name. Press the heart and you'll see it. She'll pop up at the bottom of the screen when you see it. Press the heart button right up by her name. Matter of fact, it's on the screen. It's the white box at the bottom.
They don't want to get it because they come up here to talk their trash and then drop. So that's what I'm saying.
They ain't going to have no room to talk. They ain't going to have no room to talk.
He's up here.
I sent it. Did you get it?
Hold up.
No, it didn't come across the screen.
It didn't come across the screen.
Not at all.
On Sissy until he can send it.
Okay. So I will say medically, until there's proof, and the autopsy that's currently out is not proof to me. That is a false autopsy. It shows a specific area of the torso of whom. It is not an incised wound. It's not a laceration. It is an incised wound, which means it was a forward momentum. It was not at an angle like Nick Nack grabbed I think it was a wooden spoon or something like that, and she put it to her chest, and she said, this is the angle that the professional that was there testifying said it went in at. That wound is not what was testified on. When the recollection of In her words, it was stated they took the heart out. It was oval shaped through the pericardium, that all this blah, 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 blah. How she could have labeled it a homie is beyond me. That would have been an inconclusive report. So, given all of the nefarious things that have occurred in this case, and there are numerous ones, it has to give you pause. Not to mention, not one drop of Kool-Aid at the scene, especially after rendering CPR. Not one drop. I don't buy it.
So may I ask, why was a police officer say
you got to do a daily heart, brother, before you can intervene. You haven't even done your daily heart yet,
Anthony, the officer said to Anthony,
you're not listening. You're not listening.
Lay on your hands.
I'm going to mute you, brother.
I'm sorry, I dropped him because he's being facetious. At this point, he could have given his heart, and when he's ready to give his heart, he can then come back up because nobody's going to play with him.
I was trying to give him
so I have
room,
a question. Y'all got a heart for me. This is Monty.
I gave him room, but he don't. I let him do it to himself.
First of all, let me make sure I follow the rules. Y'all got my heart, correct?
Yes.
Right. Now, hold on.
Okay,
Hold on.
so
Let
I
me
do have a
explain
question.
something to y'all. Hold on. Wait. Hold on, honey. Hold on.
I'm
Say something.
Hold on.
So, all mods who may not be aware of this, when I do have people on the panel who may have a difference of opinion or whatever the case, and they have never gifted before and you know what I mean? You can tell when it's completely grayed out. I kind of give them leniency, y'all, because there are a lot of people on this app, believe it or not, they don't even know how to link their cards or how to exchange. Like, they don't. So either we're going to educate them or I give them grace. You get what I'm saying? So I don't always not. Now, it's the ones that's already gotten a heart me before and want to be stubborn, or you can tell they got a 29 gifted level and you know what I'm saying, but wait, you can't get a heart me. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm very strict on that. But the ones who have never done it before, I kind of be a little lenient with them.
I was giving lenient. I didn't drop him. I was trying to.
And Ron respectfully had asked him several times, and he went and said he was going to do it. Not that I don't know how to do it. And then Ron walked him through it. He said, "Do you have it?" I sent it several times. So he was just lying. And I don't appreciate that.
Can I speak now,
Go
please?
ahead, Moni. It's on you.
Okay, so as a law student of law school, the difference between the charges is mens rea. Now, mens rea is the fact that a person's mindset has to be in the intentions to do the certain crime that they are accused of. I don't think that's there.
You gotta explain yourself, because I ain't understanding where you just said.
Mens rea is the intentions mindset. So there's a active rea and there's a mens rea. By giving him life without, on the jury, they had to believe.
They didn't give him life.
Well, 35 years to me is life. But what I'm saying is the intent, mental intent had to be established. I don't think that's there.
I don't think that was ever an issue in this. This was a stand your ground self-defense case.
If it's a self-defense case, at the highest level of what the crime or the allegation is, the mens rea had to be there, and it's not. So I don't think, honestly, just looking at all this and hearing everybody,
I understand what you're saying, but everybody knows that. That was never his intent to unalive him.
Right, and I agree with that. That's all I wanted to say.
Well, everybody in this panel knew that.
The other people on the other side don't understand that.
What's the other side? You talking about somebody else's panel?
No, I'm talking about the people who accused him of the anus or the
talking about the prosecution.
Yes.
Please tell me you meant heinous and not anus.
That's what it is. She said, "Anus, I'm in the wrong room." Take me down. I'm gonna fall behind you. I ain't got to have no parachute.
No offense, Moni, but I feel like you may be drinking tonight. I am also, but I feel like you may.
I'm not drinking. I'm actually sober for the past 60 days. I am not drinking.
Wait, hold on, y'all. Big
water
Mike.
really good.
I think, yeah, there you go.
Big Mike, are you up?
Big Mike. Let me send him a
Mike.
text. Let me send him.
Look, I almost called that man by his real name. Big Mike.
Hold up, I'm gonna send him a text. Hold on.
Hey, ask him to send me the transcripts again to that Fox 4 interview.
Say that again.
Can you ask him to please send me them transcripts to that interview?
All right, I got you.
Thank you.
Hey, how y'all feel about this? Okay, when Hunter said he was trying to get behind Camilla, Hunter might have been trying to stick Camilla and stuck his own brother, because his brother was in the front and Hunter was in the back, and Camilla went up between them and ran up the bleachers. So it could have been Hunter that stuck his own brother, because they said the knife had a M on it. So now, Tank, that's something I can't stand behind. Now, there are, just Lisa, I don't know if she's in the room, Big Mike, there's a few people who feel as though Hunter might have accidentally poked Austin. Look, I ain't going that far, y'all. Listen, now, I don't think like the average person, and I'm glad I don't, right? I always think outside the box.
I just sent it to him. I think it's showing that he read the message. So
okay, all right. Thank you, Ron. Thank you.
I got you.
But I don't. Oh gosh, I don't want to say no. Hunter didn't accidentally do it, but then listen. This is the flip side. Like Truck and Sherrod, they be on my neck, right? And they was like, Cinderella, you can't be saying that he couldn't have done it if he admitted to doing it, right? Now, boom, that's my third argument, because it's like, okay, when did he admit to doing it? That's when they dropped the body cam footage, right? And then I got two brothers in law enforcement who told me, you cannot, I repeat this, y'all, for anybody who was questioning this, there is no way possible for any police officer to alter the timestamp on a body cam footage. Know that. So any video that is supposed to be a body cam footage is not accurate, is not real. They done told me this. They done showed me this. They proved it to me that there is absolutely no possible way that real body cam footage has a different timestamp on it. Not even if it's the same day and the hour is off, but let alone off by 9 years. Like, what are we talking about?
Because Cinderella, they don't even have Axon ones. They were using generic ones. They didn't update it. They didn't update the stuff. They didn't have the more, the better ones.
But my true crime, we talking about Frisco, Texas, a predominantly high, like upper class, upper echelon. What do you mean they didn't have proper body cam?
A low income or a low crime area that doesn't have that much stuff going on. They didn't, if you look at those body cams, they were not Axon. They were not updated fancy ones. Axons is connected to the internet the entire time. As a matter of fact, the police officers, when they have Axon now, they can take pictures with their police issued cell phone, and those pictures that they take at a crime scene automatically upload to the Axon server with their body cam. The ones Frisco had were not updated ones. They were all, old ones. The day he got there, there's
no. I got a question for her. Hold on. So my true crime. Let me ask anybody in this room, anybody on the panel. Have y'all ever heard of Scottsdale, Arizona? Have y'all heard of Scottsdale, Arizona? So let me tell y'all about Scottsdale, Arizona, okay? Which one of my brothers that's in law enforcement is actually a part of that police department, right? Scottsdale, Arizona is full of millionaires or people that are close to being millionaires. Very, very, very upper echelon. Let me ask y'all this. Anybody ever heard of Scottsdale, Arizona? Have y'all ever seen crime on any news outlet, any app showing crime, high crime in Scottsdale? Absolutely not, right?
No,
Not to say there is no crime, they're just not going to broadcast it because it is an upper echelon area. With that being said, if they got state-of-the-art body cam footage, we talking about 2025, and no offense, my true crime, because I believe what you're saying, I do. But does that make any logical sense to y'all? And listen, for those of us who've been on this case since the beginning, remember, out of all them officers that was there, only one of their body cams worked, and he had to manually cut it on. Does that make any sense? And I'll land my plane.
Not to makes sense to me because they got bonnet fight.
That there were
one at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
Not one, but two dispatch calls I've heard, and they're both completely separate. But either way, the first one actually has Carmelo's voice in it, and he didn't say that. And the second one, he did say it. That's the one that they released. But the thing is right before, according to that one, because you can't take something out of context. What's the whole sentence? The whole sentence.
Right.
He says, oh yeah, that's right. In other words, like sarcastically, I get it. I see how it goes. Allegedly, I did it. Mm-hmm.
Now did y'all hear that?
Hey, that's not what was said in the body cam.
Since day one.
That's not what was said in the body cam. In the body cam, the officer radio is over, and he says, I have the alleged, and Carmelo says, I'm not alleged, I did it. That is what is in the body cam, you guys. We have to be real about some stuff. Again, self-defense. He was very clear that it was self-defense.
We listened to it actually on Truckers Live.
I heard it more than once, but the thing is, everybody's coming out, keep saying what was said on that body cam. If you can't be verbatim about what he said, you don't need to say nothing at all. Unless you go back there and say that body cam.
And, coupled with throwing clothes in the back of a police car, questioning, people right next to each other, throwing evidence, not securing the scene, not reading Miranda rights, none of that came into play. Coupled with also, why wasn't a professional child psychologist called? Why did they not cross-examine the coroner or whoever the professional was, or have their own actually to speak of it? Why wasn't specific things not shown to the entire courtroom, but only to the jury, like the video, for instance? I don't ask myself why. I asked myself, why not? Why isn't the toxicology came out? Are we still waiting on it because it's in route via pigeon? When
anyone's debating that the defense sucked ass, I think we're all in
it is. But my point is that with all these nefarious things, when it comes down to anything that goes on, you have to give pause to anything. And the biggest thing of all to me is there was no Kool-Aid at the scene. Now, when something like that happens, especially after rendering CPR, there would be Kool-Aid. There wasn't any, not one aerial.
Did you see the jacket from the coach that used his jacket to cover the wound up to put pressure on it?
No,
Okay, those photos have been released. They were an exhibit entered in.
Thank you, Sherrod.
So those photos are available on the Collin County website. They're marked with the exhibit number, and you can clearly show, and the ketchup is all over it. This was a coach from Liberty that ran over there. He took his coat off and used it to apply pressure. You can see all of the
I posted a video from North Carolina Beats about that. That's what I was trying to explain to you guys. I actually explained that earlier to another person, why there's not a lot of Kool-Aid. First of all, he's holding his chest. He's kind of probably holding it in. He collapsed on his back, right? So it's not like he's collapsed forward. Someone immediately is taking off of a jacket. They're pressing apply to it. In addition to that, you'll see someone else take a shirt off or something in the video. And if you're watching that video, you see a man take something off and his shirt turns into white and he jumps over the fence. So in that, They said that, to True's point, when you lift that jacket up, and he describes what it looked like. It was, and I asked him, was it just a little bit of Kool-Aid or was it a lot? And this is a person that was supporting Carmelo, stated that it was a lot, that the jacket was soaked in it, that it was all over the place, which would talk about why you don't see so much from an aerial view, because that's what we were looking at, looking for little specks on the ground from aerial views, and that's probably why.
So it sounds like
Cinderella, did you get that? Did you talk to Big Mike? Did he send that?
Oh, hold on. Nope, I just came back. I'm so sorry, y'all. It's 12:30 here, and for some reason, my whole house is up. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Hey, look, hold on before you go. I'm going to drop, okay? 'Cause I'm going to get me some sleep.
It sounds like someone made
Okay, thank you, Ryan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming to help out. I do.
I got you.
All right. Thank you.
Once again, it sounds like someone may have taken the puke, or whatever y'all calling it, out of the body. Now, if someone sticks someone...
No, it never landed in the bodies, and is what I'm trying to tell you. It was like a piece of glass cutting into your foot that kind of comes in and comes right back out, if you think about it, but it leaves like a gaping wound, right? So this is what I mean. Carmelo never lifted his hand above his head. As if you think about you poking someone trying to attack you, how would you poke them? You try to poke them above your head or beneath you. Most men kind of do a dagging beneath them. Right. Women usually come above their head. With that, he would have either tried to dag them beneath, which would have come a little lower, or dag them before. That's why I'm telling you guys, I believe it was just a freak accident. As he's taking the bag off, remember, Hunter snatching a bag, probably therefore either taking a poker out of Carmelo's hand. When he snatched that bag, he grabbed it. Or when he snatched it, right? If I'm holding my hand in a bag and you come and snatch my bag, and then another dude pushes and punches me, and another dude's pushing and punching me, then the thing is never releasing out of my hand. I had a fight with my brother in real life like that. He came, I had a Cheese Whiz bottle, eating nachos. I was talking trash to him, cash money trash. I didn't think he was about to do nothing. I'm testing him, ask mother, and next thing you know, I'm on the ground. But the whole time, I never released the Cheese Whiz bottle. Eventually, I do use it, right? But nonetheless, I don't think you release it. You don't release what's in your hand when you're being attacked. And so when you're being attacked, it's moving all over the place. And eventually, like Hunter said, it could have been Hunter indirectly by pushing Carmelo into his brother, or hitting Carmelo's arm, trying to knock it out of his arm and pushing it in. So what it went into like a come in and out. It was like a gaping, like it went in and out. It was like a swiping. The thing wasn't even ever extended. It was only cracked open from a whatever. That's why Carmelo himself said, there's nothing wrong with him. He's all right. Carmelo never said, I didn't poke him. I didn't have a poker. I don't know what you're talking about. He said that nothing happened. He's all right, because it was such a quick wound, and probably when he seen it, probably was like a little sketch, and by the time it got bigger and him running, it just got bigger, and then he could have had something in his system that made him unalive out a lot quicker.
It's sad to hear that, because it sounds like he was being antagonized by so many kids and needed to really defend himself. It's really sad that this even happened.
I'm not speculating. I'm telling you guys for fact what was said in trial. And a lot of lies were told, but in some of those lies, just like Hunter's first and second interview and third, Jeff's interviews, they were all lies, right? There is truth and a little bit of truth in there. And so I do believe it was never dagged into his skin and never stuck there, so it was never anything to pull out. It literally kind of was the back part of it, and you'll see in the gape, it looks, you see it kind of gated. It doesn't look like a gaping round one. It looks like more elongated, right? And that's because it's kind of in and out.
Right, and if you look at
the skin, like you were filleting a fish or filleting chicken. Think about that when you're cutting it up with something really sharp and it's just really quick, and you slice it up and it opens up like that really quick and you have your filleted meat, and you're not digging, you just kind of lift it up real quick. When you do it that way, that's kind of what happened with this man's chest, from my
But Love Black, how did this big corn-fed... Hold on, I ain't trying to be funny. Hold on, let me calm down, y'all. Okay, so how did this big old country boy at 6'1", I mean, This big old boy, how did that little, that's my thing, y'all. If it was, for the sake of argument, and I'm going to say hypothetically, because this has not been proven. Hypothetically, right?
All right, y'all, we about to switch gears. We're about to switch gears in here. Give us one moment. All right, we're just switching gears. Give us one moment.
Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm your host, Alexis K. Tyler. These spiritual readings that I do are for entertainment purposes only, not to be taken seriously. They're just for fun, for entertainment. I'm using what I believe is my psychic ability, my spiritual ability to speak to people that are physically dead, that are yet alive, that move between here and the other side. I'm going to try to tell you, I don't have all the information yet from Clive Davis, but I'm going to do the best I can to tell you the little I do know. It bothers me a lot. Will somebody please put my cash up in here and drop that ass and make it clap on that cash app? It is God, the number 9XX, God. The number 9XX, God. The number 9XX. Can somebody please put it in here for me? GOD, the number 9XX. I really need your love and support so I can continue to do the work I do, and to, because it takes a lot of energy. Thank you, baby. That's interesting. Sam, or Same, 001. It makes me think of Samael, Azazel, Azrael, the Watchers, the hidden, the fallen angel, so-called demonic kingdom that fell with Satan, Lucifer, gods of the world. I want to get into, because you see a lot of this stuff has been confirmed, what I said about floods, rain, hail, sleet, snow, volcanoes, earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis, threats of tsunamis. I told y'all start looking at all of the island countries and islands, the Pacific and the Ring of Fire, and Japan, China, Philippines, Indonesia, the mountains in the federal parks, United States federal parks. Stay out of the federal parks, I told you. If you're an indigenous person and a person of color, even some people that are white, also have some native, Mexican, Spanish, black in them. They may know, they may not know, these ancestors follow them, or they practice religious practices. It's a lot of white people that will do it in the U.S. and go outside of the U.S., participate in African and Mexican, Peruvian, people of color religions and shamans. And they have these spirits on them that follow them, that are drawn to them. They need to watch themselves and indigenous practices and practicing them in all of the United States federal parks, because those parks and the grounds beneath them belong to ancestors of color. Look, you know, so watch the weather for me, confirm it for me, the airplane crashes. Lord have mercy. Jet done flew into a building. Where was that? It was an Asian country, China, Japan, somewhere like this, got stuck in the skyscraper, top of the building. Their media and government hurry up, tried to erase all the footage and hush it up, but the U.S. got it. Somebody sent it to me and said, God damn, Alexis, you be on point, don't you? This plane done ran into this building. It might have been, I don't know if it was 50 floors on the building or more. It was way up high, went in the building, got stuck. Wings broke off, falling down to the bottom. The pilot is dead, and I think there are 13 people injured. I don't know if you all saw it. I'm trying to saw dead people, a whole bunch of dead people. Remember I tell you about the animals, the dogs, the horses? A horse in New York City last week fell dead. I think it was a young man, his mother or something. They might have come there and took a trip to get on the horse and buggy. I don't know if the horse took off running or something happened to the mother on the buggy out there in New York. The horse, I think, died. The mother died. They found the horse was damaged or abused or something. You see, a lot of this stuff is coming out about these law enforcement, police officials beating people up, having sex with people, prostituting, got prostitution ring, drug rings, taking cutback. They being exposed and arrested. A lot of these dead people that's been missing now still coming up in houses and garages and freezers under the house and the attic and the basement, in the yard. Once the house was sold or the owner died, in the water. Some of this stuff been coming up with these funeral homes, more been coming up with these funeral homes, these dentists, and some of these hospitals killing people, not using proper precautions, not sterilizing the utensils properly, risking people being infected with AIDS, HIV, hepatitis. Y'all need to look at people with eyes, your eye problems, your cornea. Some of them are going to come up with eye problems and cornea. High blood pressure, diabetes. Y'all need to watch these things, as well as hepatitis if it forms up, and liver problems, kidney problems. Somebody sent me an email about a clinic or something. I don't know if they're going to sue them, but it's on the news. They went there and got their dialysis treatment, like I tried to warn y'all about it. And some people were saying they either some of the fluids were imbalanced with the medication in the kidney machine and caused the people to have problems with their heart palpitation, heart damage, or problems with the injection site where they get the dialysis treatment put in a particular arm, and had to be rushed to the hospital because of the chemicals in it. And so I see y'all don't forget when I say stuff, or y'all go back and re-listen to things behind my back. I don't know. Y'all been listening, you tell me. You know, it's an influencer. I'm not trying to say this here, but I'm going to watch and see how it go. A man, him and his wife, married, live down here in Atlanta. There are a lot of children. He's very popular on the internet. He always eating food on there with his kids and giving the daughter advice about the men. On Father's Day, some kind of way, they say he was asleep out there by the pool or something, a little 2-year-old, just cute as she can be. Then got in the pool and they're dying in the pool and said he was asleep and didn't know. They even had it on Entertainment Tonight. So I said, we're going to see how high up he go now, because a lot of influencers on the internet, when they die or family member or something die, they don't put them on Entertainment Tonight. So it looked like it's a ritual here in the making, or maybe a contract he just signed or getting ready to come up, and they took that 2-year-old baby. Now, I'm not saying he did it. I'm just saying it looked like it to me, because since we know that's how this shit go. So I want to... and these celebrities dying, and it's finna come up. The old ones are going out. The new ones are coming in, because Clive ain't holding the balance no more. So let me go over these. I mentioned Yellowstone. I'm gonna see, maybe I put them in other computer. I just did Mount Fuji, Venezuela again. It's gonna be some more shit coming with Venezuela. They finna dominate that on a military level, with military police in the U.S. finna come in now. And this is also tied to oil, like Hugo Chavez. He's been coming in here. You see, I've been mentioning him all year. And Fidel Castro, MLK, Malcolm X, Jesse Jackson, and Al Sharpton. We need to watch that, see what's going on with Al Sharpton ass, because he says something going on with his intestine, and it's a parasite or something now. He having a problem with his intestine, something eating on him. And mentioned Messy Jesse Jackson with MLK. So let me go over some of these. Venezuela, Mount Fuji, Japan. We're going to look at these Asian countries as well, China, for earthquakes and other weather problems. California really keep popping out with earthquake and shit, and flooding. Antarctica, Alaska, Hawaii, Indonesia, island countries and islands. Look for, I just heard Fuji. Okay, I said Mount Fuji. Look at these islands where people live at, and island countries. They're all connected. I told y'all the earth was shaking. I feel it in my goddamn vagina, in my womb. It's shaking and quivering. My whole body quivering all down in my womb. Just in my ass is shaking, goddamn. It's quivering down and go all the way down to my leg and my feet. And down in the ground, the whole world quivering. You're going to see shit collapsing. You're just watching sea. And with these cars and SUVs shedding down on people on the expressway, accident, I see explosion again. Explosion, oil explosion, fires in the U.S. and even in these trucks exploding, or the 18-wheelers, something to come. These truckers finna strike real bad. Gonna get out on the highway, you're gonna see people fighting on the expressway. Somebody just bust somebody in the head with a goddamn wrench. It's this long tool that I see. It's built up like a pair of pliers, but it's bigger and it's longer. Bust this motherfucker in the side of his goddamn temple, some truckers with some damn cars. I don't know if they're gonna get in an accident or somebody hit the truck or clip the truck in the back or said the truck hit them. You're gonna see people getting to fighting on the goddamn expressway with major traffic and rush hour. Zoom, 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 and your cars passing by. People will pull over, motherfucker, getting up with a trucker. They scrapping out there. They got it on the helicopter, on the camera, gonna be on TV. You're gonna see it on the internet. Yeah. Somebody down here at a swimming pool fighting. I don't know if this is a racist lady or Karen starting shit with children out there, black and white children. They fighting out. Then they got the arguing at the barbecue and down there at the swimming pool. Because the white lady said, we don't want y'all niggas out here at the damn pool. What y'all move out here for? Why they rent to y'all? Or it's, oh Lord, somebody just shot somebody with a shotgun. Boom! Boom! House exploded. I see some of this thing came to pass because I seen on the news a couple of days ago in a subdivision, 12 houses blew up. They're trying to say the contractor or builder accidentally hit a gas line or something. So we're going to see about that. And these dogs is missing. The dog got a chip in him. I see a tag or something hanging off the dog ear. It's missing, but it looks stinky, like it stank. Like it been down there in the sewer and the ground with a cat. It's a group of cats. One look like a calico cat. He's sneaky and keep up shit. He got a group of cats. Oh, Lord, there's some rats with him. Speaking of rats, thank y'all. Thank you for telling me that, rat and cat. Didn't I tell you a few months ago about the cat in New York City? Said he lived in the basement. It's a problem with the sewage system and there's chemicals in it, and it looked green like on Batman with the Joker. And he said this Gotham, and that they infected they super rats. This is another strain of rat. See, y'all think I be playing to be goddamn it laughing. Did you see on the news? I just saw it a couple days ago. It's New York City, where I said it was, and Gotham. It was in another state it came up too. They said they got a strain of mutated resistant rats that can withstand pesticide and other rat killers. And you said the pesticide and the regular rat killing bait and food no longer work on this genetically mutated rat. Did you see this shit? It is in the fucking news. I told you the rat came in here and talking about all the different soul food and Latin food. He got them at light and drank that Fuego drink or orange drink. Not orange, goddamn. Say he like that orange drink with that ice and shit in it. And they go out in the alley and some of the cooks come out there and feed him. See, this shit done the past. What the fuck I said now? Okay, so Alaska, Antarctica, Indonesia, Philippines, Caribbean, all the islands connected to each other is coming down with I see these black people, these black indigenous Indians. Haiti, they just brought up Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and Clive Davis said he friend with them. We'll get to him in a minute. And said the Philippines, the Ring of Fire, the ancestors, the mudslide, the landslide, the floods, tornado, hurricane, heat wave. These people dying. Excuse me, heat waves, deaths and riots all around the world. CLAUDIA said they bring in indigenous curse to the NWO. Said it's time for some of these systems to shut down now because it's the ending of the era. They are having meetings every 20, 25 years in all of the cities and the states within the United States. Oh, Hawaii just brought me up Hawaii. The black people and the original black queen of Hawaii that they killed out and whitewashed them all, brought in Asians from other Asian countries, and then mixed them in and killed off the people of color that were black and native indigenous populations of color, killed them off. And what you see is a Hawaiian now that look Asian with white skin is a imposter. That's not. And if you look at them original black people in Hawaii, I'm here in the Borneo Islands, on that Fuji Island, Philippines. If you look at them look like black people, brown people, like in Asian countries, the original gods was black, but they look like brandy with the real chinked up eyes going all the way up in their forehead with the flat nose and flat and wide salsa flat face like that. They whitewash them out. Look, so-called black woman, you better get yourself together because you ain't gonna make it. If you a real low-level black woman, a liar, a whore, a scammer, a booster, a thief, a dick sucker, all y'all doing immoral acts and low-level acts, that's where you supposed to be. Because that's who you are, that's your bloodline. You're children of a lesser God. The one that is above that has honor, integrity. If you broke or you've been struggling to do the right thing and it seems like it ain't got you nowhere, you need to come up out that shit too. Don't do dirty shit if that's not in your character. Don't do it or be willing to switch to do it just to come up in this system that's falling down around you anyway, because you're going to be one of the victims in it. And CLAUDIA Davis, you some of these niggas, you need to leave alone. All these niggas, he said, since they blaming me, then you tell them this. Yes, I am a part of this shit. Yes, I set up the vulnerabilities and preyed on the vulnerabilities and weakness of these niggas and all these black folks. He said, but I did it to everybody, goddammit. All of them can get it. I did it to people that's Jewish. I did it to people that's white. I did it to people that mixed race. He said, all of them, goddammit, can get some of this dick and get some of this pimping. I did it to all of them. But since y'all they just want to put all this shit on me, I'm the bad guy. Okay, I'm going to be the bad guy. So let me also put them in flip mode. Why do he keep on bringing bus up? Busta Rhymes, Diddy, Africa Bambaataa. I forgot this group he also brought up. It's an old group. Is it Jam Master Jay? Who he said, look at all of the groups and all the men that came out of Africa Bambaataa's clique. Now, I like that Africa Bambaataa song, Planet Rock. That was hard. But I ain't know who he was. You know, I know now. And in that conscious community, that conscious community, he's supposed to be representing what? Zulu. Yep, that Zulu, that booty magic, and that boo-boo. That's what Africa Bambaataa about. He said, look back at every group of men and boys, Lord God, that performed under Africa Bambaataa. He said, look at them. Was it Grand Flash or Jam Master Jay? Like, who is this? And he said, you'll see them, they're throwing signs, throwing gang signs, because they secret gang members, and they part of the boy BBL club. He said, look how they got little spandex pants on, with no drawers on, like green spandex, a little bitty pocketbook up under their arm, the little t-shirt on, cut above they got them in navel, and where you can see around their midsection, their waist, and the stretch pants tight around their ass. And you know what is he talking about? Let me look at this here, because I think that might be the name of it. I don't remember what's it? Let me say, Jam. You know what? I'm trying to get into what I can because it's Jam Master Jay. No, it ain't. It's not him. But he said he got killed though. He tied the Master P some kind of way. Which let me see. But he know though he in that era. Jam Master Jay. Groups under Africa. You know, it's the stuff he said that bothered me. He been saying I ain't get under. Okay, Africa Bambaataa, widely known as the godfather of hip hop, was instrumental in moving urban youth away from gang violence. All day he said gang, they're part of gang. The Universal Zulu Nation. Rather than directly managing a single roster, he established an international network of DJs, breakdancers, B-boys, B-girls, that's right, booty boys and booty girls, graffiti artists and MCs, key members, Bambaataa, he said that was a major organization with Africa Bambaataa. They had a secret cult following of male gangsters, a whole mafia that was connected to other European mafias inside the music industry that would do whatever he wanted them to do and protect them, because Bambaataa was a part of an international child sex ring. And he got a lot of favor and money and opportunities by supplying these children to European multi-millionaires, billionaire syndicates for child sacrifice, human sacrifice, and sex ritual. Let me see. See, it's stuff he be saying that I don't want to get into, but he keeps saying it. So I have to. Let me see what label. He said, because they keep on blaming me. So I'm going to go on and tell you some things that I want them to know that I was a part of, but I'm still going to tell. He said these black men Bambaataa on. Africa Bambaataa released music across several major record labels throughout his career. He was with Tommy Boy Records. Tommy Boy Records, he released his most iconic genre-defining tracks during his time here. The Hip Hop Planet Rock, Soul Sonic, Celluloid Records. He was with Capitol Records, Planet Rock Records. He was with Cool Herc. Or y'all can tell me, he is so sad what he's saying. Zulu Nation. He said this expanded. He said something about the Bronx. He said throughout New York, all these men bowed to him. He said they had sex party rituals with boys, with little boys, and he's a hip hop pioneer. They knew this was going on. He said we knew that it was going on. Trying to find out what artist. What would that be? The early 90s. Rap artists, because I can see them in my mind, but I can't remember the name. Let me see. From NYC. Let's try that. NYC, because that's where I'm going to show you. So you clap your hands. That's where we started getting it from. This has been going on since the 70s. And Bambaataa is 64. So I'm seeing them. If y'all can put some names in here. Rakim, Long Island, Wu-Tang, Dipset. I'm gonna have to probably come back. Early rap artist from NYC. Coke, La Rock, Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five. See, this is during the era where he said this was going on at the very beginning of rap and hip hop. And he said during Curtis Blow and Diddy era, so when Diddy was younger and he started off, he said Diddy had no power and no control. He said, one thing he did say, he said, oh yeah, get back to the black women. We're in the era now. If you are rising and you have black women around you that are negative, destructive, abusive, starting with your mama and everybody in your family, it's time for y'all to cut them off because they're getting ready to die. In many ways, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, sexually, socially, financially, they finna fall. And they're going to want you to stay around and take care of them so they can drain your energy to hold on and hang on into this world. But they have done their bidding for the devil and done all their evil they could do and to hold you back in this world. And their time is winding down right now. You're going to see their health and their worldly possessions and worldly influence and power crash down, having strokes, heart attack, problem with their mouth, problem with their teeth and gum, problem talking, because their body finna cash out and crash out. The devil finna cash them in and replace them because the earth is collapsing. And the same thing that's happening to the earth is happening to your body. It's happening to these devils' body. That's what Clive said. They're going down and grinding down. And he's showing me just red dirt and clay, which means it's not rich, black, worm infested and bacterial eco-balanced soil. So if it's dead and red like that, it's dying. No roots in the soil. All the roots is dead, meaning the foundation of evil has dissolved. It's time for the female matriarch to rise and take her planet back on the earth. And the negative man, husband, boyfriend, daddy, brother, uncle, nephew, friend will collapse and go to jail and go to hell and be publicly degraded and shot down in the street by the police like a dog. Y'all got any male figures, even sons you had, if they won't listen to you, they disrespectful and disobedient from you, black woman, you better back your ass up. Fathers that ain't no good, they will fall away and fall. You keep chasing them and chasing men, ain't doing you no good. You gonna get your ass beat up and your legs broke down. Every dollar you make, and you keep giving it to a man. I don't care if it's the black man you gave birth to, your boyfriend, your cousin, your husband, your baby daddy, they gonna fall down like dominoes, and no matter how good you are, and how good meaning you gonna fall with them. You're gonna go with them because you are trying to block that person's karma. There's nothing wrong with Lilith, I'm sorry. It depends on what energy you direct it, because I got to get on that too, because you are Lilith, goddammit. You are Eve. And your nigga is Adam, Atom, and Atum. Dealing with your DNA of the snake woman, the snake goddess. That's what she is. Now, because these men are keep disrespecting you, keep disobeying you, walking away from you, in and out from you, sleeping with men's and women's, telling you lies, beating your ass, taking your damn check. Some of y'all even letting these niggas take your goddamn Social Security check and your fucking stamp and EBT and shit, and you let them do it and then act like you're a victim and you helpless, because that's what you want to do, hoping they come around and ring your damn bell. Your regular ass going down too. Your health gonna go down, your house gonna go down, your reputation go down, your money going down, because you are sinning against yourself and you participating and transporting and slanging fluid with a sinner who don't care nothing about themselves. They were born to complete their karma. They born to die. They already dead. They got a reprobate mind to anything and everything that you saying. They only come around you and they want resources. They don't care nothing about you. It's just a take, while you give. So if you want to keep on giving to a black male, so-called identified, that don't know himself, and that's basically walking, talking, dead. He just ain't physical demise yet. I hope you got insurance policy on him and yourself, because he don't do something to you, the world gonna do something to him, because he already dying, disease, and got a triple mind, not a double mind, but a triple mind, a three-way mind, and he's gonna be destroyed. So you keep giving good money to bad, throwing your money at him when he begging, when he in trouble, when he need this and he need that, and you gonna keep going down. And you're going to get to the point you're going to be able to give him nothing. Because you done block yourself by keep on breaking somebody's karma. Trying to block somebody's karma. They reaping what they sow. They paying into the devil and a destructive mind. They lead to a dead end. And you keep trying to stop the dead end. And when they get to the dead end, you keep trying to open the door so that they can open a way for them, so they can keep moving. And they keep on moving, then they get jammed up again, because that's their karma. So if you want the karma of these niggas out here that you chasing, and I always got your mouth open for them while they nuts on your chin, then you keep on going on, and whatever happened you deserve. So stop your whining, stop your crying, boo-boo them in jail, and it wasn't his fault, and he was down with Bam Bam them down there at the bank and at the gas station, and he didn't know they had a gun and they were gonna be robbed. Police don't care nothing about that shit, especially if he got a record of being in shit like that at the wrong place, at the goddamn wrong time and all that shit. There's something he a part of. You just don't want to accept that. But if they keep on happening to him, that person, that child was born that way, cursed like that, and they chose to have blinders on and go down the demonic destructive path. They chose to be a child of the devil. They chose not to turn back from a reprobate mind. It's time locking down your ass, woman. Now, if you're not a part of the solution, then that means you're a part of the goddamn problem. And your ass been swept up off this planet and set the fuck up like everybody else. Because you set yourself up chasing your son, your man, your cousin, damn Wing and Wang them, and Dirty Wayne and all that shit, and Pretty Ricky, all that bullshit. So that's, you keep on going down with whatever races. You don't need to be here. Just leave. This is going down for you because you are the original, and it's time for you to take your place. Your chakras and auric fields are connected to the chakras and auric fields in the earth, going underneath the earth, the water, and your water vibrate with the frequency of the earth. So you should be able to know what the fuck finna go on in the earth anyway, because you are connected to it. You the mother of it. And the men that are the fathers of it, they're supposed to be the fathers and standing in their place where they have defiled themselves and let the world defile them, and then defiled and left a woman unguarded and insecure and immature and unsure, socioeconomically unbalanced and imbalanced and unstable, imbalanced within and balanced without. That man that ain't balanced himself and got your back, he needs to go anyway because he weak as hell. A lot of these black men is weak as hell. So you don't need to be here anyway. They, just like Clive Davis said, y'all have opened a gateway to destroy the black woman, the black children, the whole community. And then we come up and we buy it up. We buy it up. The land you live on, you don't own, you can't control, because he said they have these meetings. And these secret, demonic, and Masonic meetings go on in every state and every city, and they control the state capitals, the governor office. They have appointed representative and representative in every state, city, county, and region, and they appoint them. Even the black ones, they have to go to a private ceremony and ritual. That's the nigga boule. That's the black boule or booty lay that run every state in the United States and religion and secret society and social society and fraternities and food and make all of the laws. He said, we run the NAACP. We help set up, he said, I know, Jesse, like keep hope alive. You see who you think came up with that? Me. God damn it. He said, we come up with we have all these niggas in these political groups and fight the power, and stand up and promote a message to the blacks. And he said, we run the preachers, I know George Bush and the presidents, and we know all the black politicians. You keep on bringing up Al Sharpton and MLK and Messy Jesse. He said, we knew about these assassinations and the plots because we said, and J. Duplicitous J. Edgar Hoover and that whole movement to destroy a black messiah and don't let them come out. He said, I sat down with them. He mentioned, I don't know why, Clive Davis mentioned Messy Jesse Jackson and Al Sharpton. So we had private meetings. They get on their knees. They do the orgies. They had the freaks and all that. And we paid them to go to the black church. Now, all these black leaders are tied into the black church and music and hip hop because we all had them on the take and helped us with payola. You know what? Like I said, this is just for fun and NAACP. Entertainment. Damn, why I say that shit and this is for the NAACP. He said, black people in the organization, they make a private call. He said, if you see anybody represent black people and talking about black pride and we're going to represent this black man or this family they had a black man, a black woman shot down. I seen it the other day. It's a black woman been hung. They tried to say she did it to herself within the past week, like in the past month. And I told y'all this was going to start happening. The media's not covering this. It's been hushed up under the rug. See, they have to do these black rituals to be empowered. He said, we know how magnificent, how beautiful you are, and we know how talented and how creative you are, and we admire you secretly. This is fascinating, but we can't let you hold it and control it because we won't run nothing. So we have to do you like that. We have to do, why do they keep going back to Hawaii? Something going on in Hawaii or the volcano is erupting, a flood, a hurricane. Y'all tell me what's going on about Miami. Damn, why did I say Miami? I'm trying to say Hawaii. And then Haiti. Hawaii is right there, Miami is connected to Haiti. It's not too far to get away. That island over there, ooh-wee, they cutting people up and they eating human flesh and dogs over there. They actually doing human sacrifice. There's so many voodoo rituals going on right now in Haiti and Hawaii and Miami. What's that, little Havana? I don't know if that's a place. Havana? I mean, that's connected to Cuba. But Cuba, Hawaii, Cuba, Miami, and Haiti. And if you look at Miami, you will also see a strong Haiti and Cuban population and connection. It's a lot of magic going on and mermaid spirits. They jumping around out there in the ocean down there in Miami. And black spirits, African spirits, they jumping off the island of Haiti and swimming over there to Miami and then Cuba. And Fidel Castro. I see the rituals and voodoo priestesses and Ifa, they coming with the Santeria. They coming off of Cuba and Haiti to Miami. And I'm seeing some coconuts. And they doing these rituals and cracking the coconut open. And I'm seeing these Haitian gods and goddesses. Urzula Dantor and Urzula Frida. Urzula Dantor's cutting niggas' heads off. She got that machete in it. And Ogun, Shango, Obatala. Skin chills. Papa Lake Bodley Baron and Mama Brigitte at the graveyard. Somebody finna down from us, a whole bunch of them. They just killing folks over there in Haiti. Blood everywhere, gun folks head off. They down there in the DR, not the DR. They in the DR. They swimming off of there. They coming from the DR to the United States. And they in the water. They killing folks over there in Haiti, over there in the DR, over there. And it's tied to the United States. And Bill and Hillary Clinton, they were very good friends of mine. And they would be with Marina Abramovich with the cooking, and they got some of the black children where they keep them like a stuffed animal. They got them stuffed like human zombies and mummies, but they got skin on the outside of them and pocketbooks and shoes to match it, and their eyes. If you look at that second Matrix 2 with the Merovingian, that's a real European family. You will see that they asked, Morpheus asked the Merovingian, what would it take for you to let Neo go, because he trapped in the subway. And when you're dealing with subways and pathways, you would deal with who again? Elegua Ishu and Ogun, that control jails and doorways, opening doors of the jail, closing the door of the jail, the four-way stop sign. A lot of these guards live at the four-way stop sign that you drive your car on, or that you stand on the corner to catch that bus. Now, and the Merovingian said, what do I want? I want the eyes of the oracle, and start laughing. And Morpheus looked at him like, nigga, you done lost your goddamn mind. But they had to protect the oracle. See, you are the oracle. The original indigenous woman is the oracle. Why I see fire in California, an explosion in California, flooding in California, the earth quaking in some mountains, earthquaking and mountains shaking, in California. I don't know what main mountains that could explode up there in a volcano. Oh, the fault lines up there in California that already broke open. They done showed me. It's finna be a bad storm up there, flood and an earthquake up there and a volcano, because the mountain's shaking. Over in Italy and different parts of the world, over there in the Middle East, you got bad. The earth is opening up. The fault lines is showing me it's earthquake over there. Where they here, Afghanistan. I don't know, okay? I done told y'all, you said, wait a minute, I just looked down. I can't always look at the chat while I'm talking. What you said, Zenaida 113, you see, you're not lying. Miami is super hot. The block hot. Oh, God. I'm seeing the evil spirits and Arisha standing on the corners up there at the stop sign, killing motherfuckers and pulling machetes out. Them Haitians is loose down there, and I'm wondering, is it a lot of Haitians trying to get off the island and come to Miami and other places? We need to look at the borders, too, because different races and nationalities of people trying to come through that border. Excuse me, they bringing children over there, dead meat and dead humans with stuff in them, drugs in them. They using humans as mules and prostitutes. They bringing over the border different disease. And what is this? Radioactive particles or nuclear weapons over the border. And they got sleeper cells in the United States poisoning the water. And I've told y'all this before. I see a vapor released in the air, police brutality and riots in the United States. People losing their mind. Look, somebody sent me a video today up in New York City, because I told you that's one of the nucleuses of Gotham City and nuclear warfare. Contaminating and poisoning the water. And doing this with the rat, that's what the rat is telling me. It's down in the basement, and now it's confirmed what I said because we got a mutated higher level of rat. They're doing it to cats. Watch the rats around your house. Watch your cats. Watch the bats. Watch the dog, because I'm hearing rabies transferring from pet to human. There's another virus. Some of these dogs that are older, you can see cataracts and film over the eye. What's a cataract with the eye? The dog going blind. The dog got arthritis and accumulation of mucus fluid in the joints of the dog. Dog having problems getting up, walking, swelling, aching, try to get up and can't, like the legs is failing. They might be using the bathroom on themselves because it's a parasite in their gut. A worm in their gut. Parasites, fungus, bacteria, and virus. Get your dogs checked. Some of these dogs got rabies and some of these humans got it. These raccoons, I'm seeing a baboon. You're going to see these different species of monkeys attacking people and kidnapping people and kidnapping babies. Look, I know that sounds crazy. These animals acting crazy in these zoos. I'm seeing a shark in a shark tank. Fish in the tank. The bird is talking. Lord, he's just giving me so much. I'm trying to get what Clive is saying. I don't know how long this is going to go on. I don't know how long this series go on. Because you have to remember, Clive is physically 94 years old, but on so many other levels, Clive is the devil. So Clive has ascended. When people talking about he burning in hell right now and all that shit, that's a lie, goddammit. Now, the physical body, I don't know if they're going to burn it up or they probably have a major gala, a celebration for him to represent his crowning. He stepped up on a crown to become like a Lucifer, a Baphomet. He's sitting on the throne. He has been elevated and escalated up. That's what he's saying to me. He's ascended in power. They have to celebrate the rising of the dragon. He has shapeshifted and become immortalized. They're going to do something big for him. I'd be so surprised if they don't, because he is one of the crowning brothers of the brotherhood, a high priest in the brotherhood. So it's the Democrats and the Republicans, baby. It's the two sides of the same coin. The two sides of the same devil, goddamn it now. Don't think one better than the other. They are all controlled by the man behind the curtain that you cannot see. He said we run all of them. All of the black leaders, the NAACP, we create these black organizations, but we fund them, and we are on the top board of directors. There are boards within boards, like a Russian doll. You see a big doll, then you pull the head off that doll, it's another doll, then another doll, then another doll. We are the nucleus, we run it all. It's just what I'm trying to tell you. To tell them, since I'm the bad guy. We ran this, we did this, but like I said, it didn't start with me, it won't end with me. There's a new era being created now in every city, and the city planning board, the construction, the destruction of an area where we're going to tear down the culture and rebuild on top of another culture and continue to rebuild and structurize, because the cities are falling. They're collapsing, the structure's collapsing. Cities, Miami sinking, different parts of Florida are sinking. He said the cities, the infrastructure is sinking. We're going to begin to erase certain things that are decaying and rebuild and restructure and bring in a new era and a new system. Somebody sent me a videotape of this black man that